your beef? Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
the
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment.
Welcome, everyone. Let's have a members hangout. Let's have a good time tonight. Hope everyone's enjoying their vacation. Hopefully get a little mini vacation from work, spend time with family. I trimmed the goatee a little bit. I still got to shave this, clean this up. I can't grow this in. This never looks great, this part of it. And I don't want that much of a beard. I feel like I want another haircut already. I think I want like a mohawk. I just want this off, kind of. It's been so hot out. Just to let you guys know what I've been up to. I've been doing Tape Hunters again. The episode is not done. So there will be one more Tape Hunters, exploring Facebook Marketplace, which I've been having a fun time. I had, to give you a hint, I had a nice Sunday drive today. It was good. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Happy Sunday, everyone. Thank you, Daniel Barry, for being here. I know, funds can be limited in this economy, but if anyone has the extra to send a little tip or a membership, 99 cents, super stickers, whatever you want to do, 99 cents is appreciated. So I'm just throwing that out there. You don't have to. I'm just happy you're here watching. If you would be so kind as to thumbs up the video, but I do want to make it affordable for everyone to participate and, throw a little change every once in a while. Every little bit helps. It really does. And it means the bottom of my heart, it really means a lot because it means I could do more content. I would still do content, but your support of the channel makes it sure I could do more, especially the members. So 99 cents membership gets you on for members night. And I will say one caveat is the audio has to be good. The audio and video has to at least be decent where it doesn't break the show, because we can't, even though it's very important that we get contact, that we have members participate in these member content, it can't be so bad that it ruins it for the other members watching on the replay or the live show, because and I can't control that. I know you can't control that either, but if it's too bad, I'm going to have to take you off the stream because we have to have a watchable show. Might be a little bit light tonight. There is actually, hold on. I will be right back. I am going to get my phone. I forgot my phone. I like to have my phone just in case I get a message or someone calls while I'm streaming. So it'll be like 30 seconds. Don't time me though. Okay, sorry that was more than 30 seconds. I couldn't find my phone. I'm actually thinking about Verizon is doing a thing where it's not that much more to get an upgrade because I want tape hunters to be better. That's the only reason I would want to upgrade. Is because I want tape hunters to be the best quality it could be. Eventually that may mean editing, but yes. Let me see who's in here, and I'm going to we'll talk about the main topic. We're going to talk about the good, bad, and the ugly about the entertainment industry and what's going on. I know it was a hot topic yesterday. I'm probably going to bring up also the numbers for Furiosa and Garfield as well. Talk about that. I don't know if Grace, does anyone know if Grace talked about box office yet, or is she waiting till tomorrow because of the holiday weekend? I'll have to look at Beyond the Trailer because I do think she does certain things good job. I really do. And I want to see what she says because this is a pivotal moment in the entertainment industry. But it's not all bad. It's not all bad as we think. It's not all doom and gloom. There's some bright spots. Mainly, I think what people are going to have to do, or the industry is going to have to do, is diversify. And actually, Zaslav's done a good thing of diversifying his portfolio of what he does with his properties. And then also quality. Quality solves a lot of problems. It really does. I have my friends that some think the quality is fine. I do not. I don't think it's garbage. I don't think it's the worst of all time. But I also think the quality has slid on some of these movies, on some of these projects. I really do. Okay. She did. It's a big video. Okay. You know what? All right, this is supposed to be members night, but technically RJ is still part of Team MME, so I will send a link also because I'm alone tonight too. I'm alone tonight as well. Everyone's busy, so and he does do a good job on commenting on this stuff. And if you are also a member, I do appreciate it. There is a link in the community section to hop on. But again, audio has to be good because this is an important topic. And I thought the other thing I was thinking about doing was at the end of the stream is like a watch party for the new South Park episode where they talk about healthcare. You know, I wasn't sure if people want to watch that or not. Okay, let me see here. Where's Anthony? Anthony might be busy too. I don't know. Everyone might be busy. Or who's in here first? Oh, Brian is here. Hey, Brian. Bruce. I wasn't sure anyone was coming in. I did go early. So maybe Brian doesn't know that I went early either. Okay. Well, I'll make them a little smaller until then. But I do want to talk the state of the industry because I don't want to shy away from hot topics because we were talking about it off air after we're done last night. But there are some things that are good spots as well. Hey,
God. Fuck. I'm fine. Stupid ass microphone to work.
Oh.
Apparently it said it was unplugged, so whatever.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just trying to get the volume right. Okay, there we go. Hey, what's going on?
Well, I was working on tape hunters today. Only Bruce knows. Don't spoil it, Bruce. My investigation of Facebook Marketplace continues. I'm not going to get a lot of stuff on Facebook Marketplace, but I had a good time. I met a cool guy, like an old guy selling something. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I had a nice Sunday drive. Watched some. Me and my wife will pre-order tickets because I'm off tomorrow. We're gonna go see Furiosa. I let her pick. I'm like, you pick, because I was gonna see most of these movies, and she's like, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and I'm like, I did already see it, but I don't mind seeing it again because I really liked it. She said, no, we'll go see Furiosa. So we're gonna go see Furiosa tomorrow. We also watched there's like a 4-hour video from this huge YouTuber that's got 5 million views already about the Galactic Cruiser at Star Wars that's already out of business. But it's very interesting. It actually looks better than I thought it would, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Joe is here for the topic. Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Yo.
How's it going?
All right.
Yeah.
Getting a little frustrated about this stupid boot. Like, I wish I could go out and do more, but
Take it easy. You know, catch up on stuff.
I don't want to take it easy. I'm not a take it easy kind of guy.
I know. Just kidding, Joe.
I mean, like, I'm just like, I don't know. I'd rather, I don't know. I feel, you know, I can go out a little bit, but like I'm mostly, there's only so much I can do.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and ugly. So this, actually, Joe, I know you're so passionate. This is the place to talk about it, though.
I got to admit, I never saw the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Well, you don't have to. We're not talking about that movie. We're talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of the entertainment industry right now. Because I was a little glass half empty, but it's not all bad. It's not all bad. We got some bright spots. For one thing, I'll bring this up. This is pretty exciting. This is from, hold on, let me make sure to, because I already watched the video, but I want to share it with you all. I'm going to show 2 positive stories. There's actually 3, and I've been seeing more and more pop up. And then I've also witnessed myself since I've been doing Tape Hunters. I think, Brian, you watched my early episodes too, but you've noticed there's more on the shelves. Like, people are trading it in more. There's a revitalization of VHS and cassette tapes. Before I got there, it's not my fault. It's like I'm not so full of myself that I'm like, oh, I probably helped in my area. Like the stores were like, we don't have. When I first started looking, a lot of the stores were like, we don't have that. We don't have that. Or one store's like, we're about to open a cassette tape section again. Now it's everywhere. So there are some bright spots, and even in video rental now, which is I'm surprised, because I Googled and I found the one store in my area, but there's some nice stories across the country and in Canada too, CJH, about rental stores coming back. And I do think, and I thought this myself, it's not a hard idea to think. I'm like, what can you do to help with the situation? And I think this is on point here. This little video here of what they did in LA. And I think this is the way to do it, is combine. Of course, people that like the movies might like rentals too. So this store is combining both, and it's making a comeback in LA, and it's doing really good. And I thought that, and this is courtesy of Ryan Hartwell on my Discord. I appreciate you, Ryan, more ways than one, because you're one of the only people that still post anything in Discord. You know, but this is a really positive story, and this came out a while ago. But LA Video Store making a comeback for nostalgic film fanatics. And if you're not going to do the high-end IMAX, which I feel is, I think that is the way to focus on, like 2 IMAX screens per theater, not as many screens, more limited times, and keep it a premium experience. I know people are like, well, that won't make it affordable, but some people aren't going as it is anyway.
I'm dead set against more limited times.
Yeah.
That's one of my pet peeves, is that they don't have enough showtimes available.
Well, if there's so many showtimes and there's nobody in the theater, though, it's
yeah,
not.
but they're making it so that you can't go to the movies because there's not a convenient showtime.
Well, I mean, like, though, honestly, though, how much money do they make on $11.50 on a Tuesday?
They lose any profits they would make by having that many staff and everything on hand with all those empty showings.
That's the 2 things I want: early matinees and late shows. Those are the 2 things I want, because those are my 2 sweet spots. When I'm on the night shift during the winter, I want to go to the earliest show possible. I want an 11 a.m., a 12 noon show. If you hit it at like 1 p.m. or 3 p.m., you're interfering to when my kids get off the bus and I have to be there at the bus stop. I can't go. And I can't go at night because I'm working.
Someone else could go.
And in the and the rest of the year, I want a show that's going to start somewhere in the 9:30, 10 p.m. range because I don't want to leave my family. I want to go when they go to bed. So that's why I'm a member of Regal Unlimited, because Regal has the better showtimes. AMC's A-list is actually a better deal than Regal, but they don't have good showtimes.
And I would remind even panelists in chat, please like the video, because I know there's no way we have this many panelists.
Too late. I already did.
No, I'm not blaming. Thank you.
Too
Brian.
late. I unsubscribed and hit the dislike button.
Yeah,
Well,
I unrung the bell. I'm tired of getting your notifications.
Okay, well, let's focus on something positive, and then let's talk about the box office. RJ, I didn't watch any of Grace. Do you think it's worth watching part of it at least for video?
Oh yeah,
she does a good breakdown. I'm not. That's the
Thanks,
only good thing
RJ.
about Grace.
Anthony, I love you, but I ask other people questions.
my bad,
Anthony
sorry.
said, no, you're not sorry because you do that. That's Anthony. Okay.
No.
All right, but let's watch this positive video. See what you think of this. I want to know what you think of this too, Joe. I think if you're not going to do like a premium video experience, some smaller theaters, why not combine rental stores and theaters in the same thing, and coffee shops even, or my one theater that's a historic theater has been closed down so many times over the years. They're coming back. I went to support them, and they're going to be opening in the fall.
Do
and
they
they're
have
going to have a
terrible
bar.
seats?
No, they're going to have a bar. They're going to do better. They're revamping.
That's good. That's good.
That's going to be like a hipster place, though. I got to deal with it. There's going to be a lot of hipsters there. But I could go get a nice cold beer while I drink a movie. Drink a movie.
Yeah.
While I watch a movie, I could drink a beer. I already did there. So I would love to get
pizza in at the movie theater.
By the way, I almost ordered a beer the other day at the movies. When I went to see, I saw the TV Glow. They had a bar at that Regal. And do you know how much they wanted for a single beer?
What?
$10.
That's mostly the store prices, though. Like
I would go 6 to 8 or 9.
Yeah, $6 to $8 is not bad, but like
just to enjoy a nice cold one while I'm watching a movie, because I don't drink a lot, So I did that.
So that's not a bad price though. Like $10 is not bad. Like
some might call me a hipster for collecting VHS. They're like, you can't actually like that. You're just doing it because.
Being a collector for VHS is not bad.
Okay, but let's watch this. Here we go.
Oh my God! I love Blockbuster classic. I wish if Blockbuster would have bought Netflix. I wish Blockbuster would have bought Netflix, man. Just think about that. What would have happened if they would have?
Well, even though I like Blockbuster, let's not forget people actually hated Blockbuster back in the day.
I hated Blockbuster.
I mean, I could see why. Yeah, for sure, 100% why. But I didn't.
Because their costs. So
well, it was also because they were bad for cinema. There were studios that like wouldn't make the studios were reluctant to make things in letterbox format because Blockbuster didn't want it, because too many people would
complain. You can't force
Yeah.
consumers, even though you think it's better, Joe.
Yeah, but you can.
You know how many people
you can educate consumers because you can.
You can,
because the consumers don't know any better. They think, and I know because I worked in a video store, they thought part of the picture was missing. When you
are the type of video store clerk that says, "No, sir, you need to get the widescreen so you get the vertical experience," and then like, I just want to fill my whole screen, sir.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know, and I know they didn't know because they were saying you're cutting the picture. You're cutting the picture. It's like, no, we're not cutting the picture. The other one is cutting the picture. They didn't understand.
You can't
and very
blame
often,
Blockbuster for that.
But no, you could blame Blockbuster for trying to take away the option.
What are we yelling at now?
About Blockbuster using pan and scan instead of widescreen, which is the original format.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Consumers back in the day just wanted to fit their whole screen.
Yes, so the whole industry had to bend to Blockbuster.
Joe, you're doing revisionist.
No, they had to bend to televisions because most people had square TVs, dude.
Yeah, the general consumers did not catch on to widescreen in theatrical cuts until the wide adoption of widescreen
2000
because they didn't know any better.
DVDs.
They didn't know any better.
Right. So you can't say to the consumer.
So you had to educate them because I worked in a video store. Yeah, because I had to work in a video store, and I explained to the people because they didn't know any better. And then when you told them what it was, and they realized they were getting more of the picture, 9 times out of 10 they would want the widescreen.
Yeah, I am broke. Thank you, Zena. But let's get back to the pause. I never thought you'd come up with another hot take already. We get 10 seconds.
The other thing I hated about Blockbuster was they tried to kill sell-through pricing on DVDs.
But wouldn't you like them to be back now?
Not video stores, sure, but
they have one store open, and that is far away where I'm at. So I wish there was like 10 of them open.
Well, now there's another bright spot. I have a video store in my area, which I'm telling everyone when I go to the other stores, I'm like, yeah, Jack's is still open. Still has a rental program. He doesn't have a lot of rentals, but he does. And then is
that the place where the VHS costs $1? Yeah. Oh yeah.
He doesn't rent the VHS.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, he doesn't rent the VHS because they're so cheap. You have to buy.
Oh yeah, it's $1. Yeah, you could buy like 10 of them for.
RJ, are you too young to have rented VHS and DVD?
He wasn't even born. Oh, he was born back.
I'm sure DVDs were all right. Probably not VHS.
Did he leave? He might have left.
No, he's doing something.
Okay. All right. Well, let's watch the rest of this. Pause the video, Joe. And besides Blockbuster, here we go.
Peruse the aisles.
Now this is a video store.
It is.
Experience is nearly forgotten these days. But in the shell of a 94-year-old movie theater in Northeast LA's Eagle Rock neighborhood.
Let me see who's popping in here.
Jay.
Blue Jay is here. Hey, Blue Jay.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, did your family regularly rent DVDs and VHS back in the day? Are you too young or what? Or
we had a Blockbuster.
Okay.
I used to go to Blockbusters all the time.
Hollywood Video was better.
I mostly video, and we used to. I mostly rent like video games because I got a PS2 back then.
I was at Blockbuster every 2 weeks when I'd get paid. I spent a lot of time and money at a Blockbuster.
You used to rent it and stuff like that. Yeah.
I didn't have internet, and I lived way the hell out in the middle of nowhere in the mid-2000s.
Most of my video game collection back in the day,
a lot of time there,
came from like Blockbuster previously viewed or previously played sales.
Dude, half of my
whole Genesis collection that I sold. Yeah,
most of my movies are like when they finally went out of business in my town, I raided their Blu-ray section like crazy.
Well, let's see what we think of this, and could this help smaller chains to do this, or like the one that it's called the Hollywood Theater.
Dude, I'm all for the mom and pop place. That's all well and good, man.
Well, like what if there's not you have to have a gimmick though too, like something special.
No, and that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. And the it's not a lasting business strategy, unfortunately. I mean, it's nice for the nostalgia and everything, but it's not going to last.
Well, let's see what this video. I was really happy about this video. Here we go.
Neighborhood. A merry band of hopeless optimists are mounting an unlikely comeback.
Friday nights were like a party in our store.
Kathy Tauber and Patty Pullinger opened.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like this is like a weird like Empire Records situation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, they went out of business. Now they're coming back though.
Okay, but anyway, they went out of business then. Already.
Yeah, it did, but it's
okay.
But yeah, but the
video, what I'm trying to say is that relies on like a passion that doesn't exist in a lot of people anymore.
Okay,
to keep something like that alive.
This is not going to be across the country. This is
it'll be very, very localized, very, very, very.
It's going to be the community.
I mean, you'll have it in like Seattle. You know. It'll be a gimmick, like you say, and Max. That's the whole thing. The only reason to get people to go is to be like, oh, hey, remember going to a video store?
Yeah, you think this isn't a template for nationwide? It's only going to work.
No, absolutely not. It'll work in certain places.
I half agree with both of you. I think Brian's right. It's not going to be a widespread business, but I think it could work across the country because as long as you don't you couldn't make a chain of these.
No,
which you could have one. You could have one in every region, and it's going to attract the people that are interested in it in that region. So I don't think it would just like one. You do something like this in LA, and that's it. You could do this all over the country, but it needs to be limited.
It would be in like hipster enclaves. Okay, it'd be right next to the craft beer place and the retro record store. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that it would cater to that crowd.
Yes, I did I rented movies everywhere: Giant Eagle, Netflix, Blockbuster, Family Video, Hollywood
But no, I
Video.
can see it happening.
Netflix used to milk the shit out of those.
I mean, if you've got a major city, like a progressive city or something like that, Sacramento, something, a little family-owned place. Dude, the one in my town lasted till a few years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad thing, and I've always respected the little man as far as like the rental places go. But like this feels like it's a labor of love kind of situation.
It's free labor being put in here. It's not extremely profitable. It's not extremely profitable.
Things like this are going to thrive in places where where the arts are celebrated. Like
exactly,
for example,
like the art districts.
If you do this in Austin, Texas, it's going to be huge because there's a huge film scene there.
At least there's that. Then at least there's that.
That's why I said hipsters. Yeah. It'll be right across the street from a coffee shop.
Well, maybe who said hipsters aren't good for nothing?
I didn't say they're good for nothing.
I'm not saying you.
They spend money too. I mean, I'm just saying that's what you would have. That's I can picture it now in the neighborhood. Across the street is this fair trade coffee place. In a halal restaurant next door. It's great. It's great.
All right, well, let's watch. This is a good story.
And for more than
they should revive. What they should do is do the mail things like Netflix did, and then people out of state could get it too. But you might not get stuff back. I don't know.
Here's the independent video shop was an LA institution until 2017, when the forces reshaping the media landscape caught up.
In the end, we just couldn't pull any more rabbits out of the hat.
What was once a fixture faded until now.
There's nothing like walking down here. Oh, it's incredible. I mean, this is like being 15.
With the help of a star-studded cast of supporters.
They have
it's the dude from Morning Show.
He's from the Morning Show. Yeah.
He was also in The League. He was pretty funny in that show. I liked him in The League.
Just like the Morning Show's Mark Duplass, Vidiots is celebrating the unimaginable. The grand opening of a new video store with an astonishing 60,000 titles for
They're
rent.
working there for free. Yes, that's your problem.
Free.
Sounds about right.
They make $4 an hour.
270-seat movie theater and a hunger for the shared experiences of the past.
You can come to a place like this and say, God, I really love what Spike Lee was doing.
It has a literal theater, though. That's a whole different thing.
No, I would love these more combinations of theaters, rentals.
You'll probably get it. I mean,
eventually I know beer. I love, that's great. That makes it a lot easier. But I know people do like wine. I'm not a wine person. They've done wine at the movie theater, but beer really gets me a nice cold glass. And what if it's a really good pizza place giving you a sell by the slice? That would be amazing.
It'd be funnier if you drink beer and you're drinking some wine or liquor. You get drunk while watching a bad movie. That hits hard.
Yeah. Or do some stupid comedies from back in the day. Yeah.
This is a perfect place for Midtown Sacramento. I know the neighborhood. Put it there. If you build it, they will come, Max. But no, it's a gimmick, though. At the end of the day, it's a gimmick.
Well, I'm gonna once my theater opens again, I'm gonna ask them to do a rental program too. No, I'm gonna talk to the people. I'm like, can't you do a rental program too? Why not?
I don't know that I'd agree that it's a gimmick. I definitely niche. It's a niche market, but I don't think gimmick is the word I would use.
Well, you kind of have to pull out all the bells and whistles and the frills to get people to show up. Is what I'm trying to get at here. I guess that's what I'm calling gimmick.
Cino says this looks like a video section of public library, but it's because you have to pay for renting. Yeah,
that's exactly
the
what
library is an option. Those discs are usually beat to heck.
I mean, it's like a store in a mall called Hey, remember the 80s?
Yeah.
Is there a store called that?
No.
RJ, you've been pretty quiet on this. Anthony Blue Jay.
I totally go there.
Would you be happy? Would you think this could help some smaller theaters if they did this type of thing, or you don't?
That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
I mean, if you're talking about like local, like non-franchise theaters, I mean, maybe
for sure.
I mean, it'd be something niche for niche people, but it might help. I mean, it just depends.
All right, let me.
I also kind of like stuff that's like a little more like visually interesting. It's like, come with me, my child. And they hook you up.
So far, demand has been a bit like 1985, with more than 1,000 DVDs rented in just the first few days.
This is one of these things where the community.
Yeah. So you think only there? Okay. Well,
just screamed, "We want this thing and we need this thing." And that's the only reason it exists.
Did you ever imagine that you would be the last bastion
Never.
standing in this entire landscape?
Never. We thought it was like a 5-year thing.
Call it a Hollywood comeback, hoping to recapture that Friday night.
I like the name of it, Vidiots, too. That's fun. I would totally go there if I was there.
I mean, it's like opening up.
There's a place. I'll just send you the video, Max. But there was like a video I found recently about a place like this that's in Atlanta. I'm thinking of going by this year when I'm down there for Dragon Con.
Okay. Well, I found another video for one in. I'm checking, Isaac, where the link is there. Let's just there's only 19 seconds left to hear.
Magic. Gotti Schwartz, NBC News, Los Angeles.
Okay, so that's the end of the video. That makes me happy. You know
what? I looked at the website. They have showings of.
I don't know if I want to cover that, Bruce. Maybe I don't know. It's very sad.
That's
okay. Go ahead, Blue Jay. Go ahead.
I looked at.
I don't know what's wrong
website.
with people. Like, come on, bro, stop.
Okay. I looked at the website for the Vidiots website. They have showings for movies like The Muppets 2011, the classic Godzilla 1954, Pride and Prejudice. Yeah, they have a lot of showings of classic movies. Oh, The Crow as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, I would like to go there.
Cool. Yeah, I would like to go there too.
It's a cool store.
I do have a store in my area. I'm still going to work on the interview with the guy. I haven't been back to rent. I went there 2 or 3 times, and I'm just like, I'm waiting till, because I've been doing other projects. Here is also cassette tapes. My family actually sent this, and like, look, cassette tape embracing a surge in popularity. Now, cassette tapes are doing good, and honestly, I put it at Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift has that much of an impact that on physical media for music that her and some other artists too, but her mainly have revitalized the cassette tape. Her and actually James Gunn, I think, is the most credit because Guardians of the Galaxy was a moment. Go ahead.
You'd be surprised at how many cars out on the road still have cassette decks.
I wish mine had. I have a CD player. That makes me happy, but I wish I had a cassette
Madonna.
This is how you fix that problem, Max. So you have a tape player, right?
Uh-huh.
Does your car have an aux cable?
I think so, yeah.
Plug that shit in. You got a tape deck in your car, homie.
Really?
Think about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude.
All right.
It's my business, brother. Let me tell you. Okay. That's what I do for a living.
Cool. I would like to do that. I'll try that. That's a good idea.
See it right here. I think I showed you this before, but
do you guys remember the cassette tape adapters?
That's a nice one.
My old radio.
Does it still work?
It has a cassette player in there too.
Does it still work? The cassette player?
It still works. I don't have the batteries for it. It's a
buy the batteries, yeah.
Stuff, but it works fine.
Hey Isaac, how's it going?
Good.
Okay, cool. Glad that you could join us. I'm gonna edit your mic a little bit because it's a little bit loud, but I'll fix it here. Okay. Thank you for joining us on the member stream. I really appreciate it. What did you think of that, Isaac? About that theater in LA that's combining rental and movies, probably classic movies, more niche movies. Would you be up for that? Would you want to? Did you ever rent movies for your family? Did you rent DVDs, VHS back in the day?
We used to, but not anymore since the movie rent stores where I live went out of business, so they don't.
So would this make you happy if like one of those stores came around your area? They, theaters like, oh, we're going to do a rental program.
Oh yeah, I'll be happy.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let me make this a little bit bigger here.
You can put
you hear
different lengths on them. You can, especially if you have music that's a little bit longer than conventional. If your songs are longer than 5 or 10 minutes, there's something kind of more personal and more more portable, more accessible.
I was making a mixtape earlier this year too. Oh no, Taylor Swift's going to get me a copyright. Yep, Taylor Swift. Oh, it's Guardians of the Galaxy and Taylor Swift is really what did it.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. So no, I give. There's also video games that make it hip with, like the new Street Fighter. One of the new characters has a cassette deck, Walkman. You know, so it's that. I wish we are actually getting to that part where there's our new VHS getting into production again. In Europe though, it's not that Vice, Brian. It's Vice whatever, where they had Evil Dead VHS and they had another horror VHS. But the problem is we're like worse than limited run. They only have like 500 copies of their releases, and they sell it, and resellers just scoop them all up. So it's just ridiculous. But that, there's those bright spots. So that's the good news. And then also I saw on Twitter, Joe, I have to find the tweet. I don't know if it's factual, but they're claiming that movie theaters companies aren't, maybe the theaters themselves, but the companies aren't hurting as bad because they are making some decent money on VOD. They are actually making money on VOD. I do need to research that more. That's just a claim on that.
Last year Universal confirmed that they made a ton of money VOD last year.
Well, that's why they stripped into the strategy.
Yeah, that's why they didn't care about the Fall Guy making up. So let's be fair. The Fall Guy was never going to make over $400 million.
Yes, but like I said,
it never will.
Yeah, but it's not.
I love David. Anthony, let Joe respond.
But it's not about the Fall Guy. It's about the next movie. Like we're looking at Furiosa. Like we're looking at Furiosa underperforming now. When you have an audience sitting at home and they turn on their Amazon Prime and they see that they can get The Fall Guy and Abigail and Ungentlemanly Warfare and all these movies that just opened, why are they motivated to get up and go see Furiosa? They're thinking this is going to be on VOD in like 2 weeks.
They might be making good money on VOD. We don't get all those numbers, and there's potentially lesser of a cut.
George already confirmed that he's working on his next project with WB, so he doesn't care.
All I'm saying, Joe, is there's a potential there. Well, no one here wants to see movie theaters go away.
Well, I will say this. I will say this. This week, I felt very, very. You were talking about good news. The thing I felt very, very grateful about this week was for the first time in a long time, I have seen a major pushback against something coming to VOD too soon. Like when Fall Guy hit VOD this week, I saw it all over Twitter, people tweeting at Universal and things and saying this is too soon, you're killing the box office. So for the first time, really, I've seen a major push against the studios for doing it too soon. And that kind of fills me with hope that maybe the studio is going to kind of get the message.
I mean, David is doing his next movie with Universal. He already got paid. Emily Blunt got paid.
But Joe, we're assuming
they don't. I don't think they care.
I'm just saying, like,
they're working on the next movie. They don't care. The director don't care. They don't care anymore. Like, once you get paid, you're done.
You're fighting an ocean.
Isaac has something to say, but I do want to say, Joe, and we're going to get Isaac in a second here. We don't know that they're going to make more money at the theater than VOD. But we don't know their profits on VOD.
Usually,
but the profits on VOD are irrelevant.
They're not irrelevant.
Universal from that by the end of the year. How much
they're not irrelevant to the studios.
They are irrelevant because you're hurting an income source. Sure, maybe you're making a lot of VOD on this movie. This movie that we just put on VOD, we're making a lot on this movie. But you're creating an industry trend. You're creating an industry trend that is hurting another source of income for you. Okay. Whereas before you had both sources of income. You're not replacing one, you're just killing one. Because both of them were there before, but you're putting it in a position where now you're only going to have one.
This is members' night, so we do want to get Isaac. Isaac had something to say. Isaac, I tried to unmute you, but you go ahead if you want to. Go ahead. What were you going to say, Isaac?
Oh, I was going to ask, does anyone know how much Furiosa made at the box office?
58 point.
That's a great
million worldwide. Yeah,
Well, that's a
something like
great
that.
segue if you want to bring up the Grace video, Max.
I do. I think it's important.
Well,
No,
I'm
I
trying to
don't
keep
want
the
to.
show
She does have a
structured.
good breakdown on it. Yeah.
Well, okay. Furiosa made $25.4 million opening weekend, and Garfield made 24.7. So Garfield might overstep Furiosa.
They
And let's
both
be
have
honest.
bad.
And
They
let's be
both have
honest.
bad cinema scores.
And
I'm
let's
seeing
be
Garfield
honest here. I'm
tomorrow. I
bringing up
can't
Bradley's
wait.
comment. Mad Max films were never big hits at the box office, anyways.
That's
Despite
true.
Furiosa making a lot of money, it got lucky. I mean, I'm not that surprised though, again, because the movie came out 9 years after Fury Road. Mad Max movies were never a box office hits, and it's a prequel.
Damn, George.
I don't know who Skip
No,
Bayless
but
is, but
I do
mostly agree with
like
that.
no Mad Max movie ever made a ton of money. Now, if Furiosa would have come out in 2019, it probably would have made like over 500 million at the box office.
See, I wasn't just
but
saying
like it just there's no way that movie every Mad Max movie.
Yeah,
Now
I'm just
George Miller
saying
says
like
he's doing
my
might
goodness.
do a sequel with Tom
Well,
Hardy.
Anthony, you gotta let Blue.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Blue Jay. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. So, like, let's be. I mean, I'm only saying just like 3 different factors. It's not like the de facto things, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just pointing out it's like I have a couple theories and all that stuff.
Well,
Like,
I do want to get Art
reason.
before we bring up Grace. I do want to get RJ's take on this because that's what I was trying to bring up to Joe. RJ, do you think there are some things that we don't know as the consumers, like that VOD may be very good for these studios, and we just don't realize we don't have all those numbers, and also the social media people are always spinning it negative. Oh, this is a dumpster fire. It's losing money all the time. But even Sean O'Rourke was on and said, there's some benefits to filming in different areas. There's product placement. And then VOD, there's other things that could get you to make some money on these movies. Do you think there's things we don't know?
Well, of course. I mean, we're not in the room with we're not in the room with the accountants, but I mean, you just look at the general trends and what's going on though. I mean, like, sure, they might bring in money via other avenues, but are they making a profit? Like, is there a net positive to greenlighting, let's say, a $250 million movie, right? Plus, you double that for advertising, right? So we're talking about like $500 million spent on one movie. Are they getting a net positive for that? I don't know.
Probably not.
No, I mean that's the thing, right? You can bring in money from other revenue streams, right, and other avenues like tax breaks or product placements and all that. But are they making enough money to justify greenlighting more films with that size of a budget and that much importance, right? That's the real question that has to be asked.
I can't forget which studio. Like I think was it like Alligator 2, whatever. Really, Scott, that movie cost 250 million, 300 something. Like I don't know how you're gonna make back your money for that sequel.
Because I
Like,
mean,
that's
because the thing
crazy.
is too, I was going to mention too, like we know that streaming is not as lucrative as it was, say, 4 years ago during the pandemic.
But there's So here's something that I did witness that's actually factually happened, Joe. After the day and date,
I have to correct something real quick here. There seems to be a misconception that Garfield isn't doing well. Garfield's doing quite well. They made 80% of their production budget back in preview screenings last weekend. So before the movie even officially opened, they were at 80% of their production budget.
What's helping Garfield is that Garfield opened overseas like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago, they made like 50 million.
Plus the budget for Garfield's so low. Like that movie's fine. I mean, it's
it's
not great.
We're seeing it tomorrow. My daughters are so excited. They love Garfield. They can't wait. We were supposed to
using
go
the
today,
popcorn bucket.
No, we're not. The popcorn bucket is a display item. My daughter's
display. Yeah.
Okay, so Joe, I want to bring this up before we get to Grace. The day and date mistake. Now, even the studios recognize it as a mistake. But you know what they did correct since they started it? They didn't do the theatrical window. They do VOD first, and then
there's one recent example though. They've mostly dropped the day and date model, except for Five Nights at Freddy's. They did do that day and date,
but that made a ton of money.
But that still made money though.
But you did notice there is something they changed. It's not they didn't go back to the old theatrical window. They just instead of day and date on your streaming platform, it or after a few weeks, it goes to VOD, and then it takes a while to get to your streaming platform.
Yeah,
now they seem to be making some money.
But the length of time needs to be longer between the theater and VOD as well, because it's still too soon. 2 weeks is too soon. First of all, as soon as something goes to VOD, like the second something's on VOD, there's an HD copy that can be pirated on the internet.
There's already before VOD gets to there's a pirate copy.
No, there isn't. No, there isn't. There's a. They'll have the guy in the theater holding the camera. You'll get one of those, but you won't have a beautiful, pristine HD quality.
Well, the HD quality comes from it always overleak overseas. That's what always happens. Like every time they always get the HD copy of a movie out. Like
See, I don't know if that.
Khan. Godzilla vs. Khan, you could watch that HD already.
I don't think piracy is why box office is struggling.
Yeah, it doesn't piracy.
It's not helping. No.
I mean, it doesn't help, but like people.
And I'm not. I'm
well,
not
I think
thinking
though,
TV shows.
Just to finish my point, people have been pirating stuff for like years. I mean,
yeah,
TV
but
shows, movies.
You know what's changed? Internet speeds, and now, like, remember how long it used to pirate one song? Now you could do whole.
Well, no,
movies in
I
5
understand
minutes.
that, but I'm saying like piracy's always existed, and it's more popular than ever. Like,
it's more accepted
for example,
especially like emulation, video games too. Yeah,
no, I know, but I'm just saying, like, for example, look at Game of Thrones and recently House of the Dragon. Massive piracy numbers, but those shows are still successful.
Well, they
so
were
piracy
great.
doesn't really matter.
Shows
Like
it does matter for average shows.
And we know HBO uses piracy numbers. They did it with Game of Thrones. They confirmed that a long time ago. So yeah.
But either way, it's still an evolution of the technology.
Yeah,
and it's not going to stop. It's just going to keep going.
But it can stop.
No, you could
It
probably
can.
you could
You
probably
can't fight
push the
against
brakes
change.
on it.
Disney and Warner Brothers
But
recognize.
Joe, you do not understand what you are fighting. Okay, you are fighting the terminal human condition to be lazy.
Yes.
If I'm gonna have to get out of my house.
Yeah,
Bro,
but you're making a bad. You're making a
that
bad.
literally trumps everything. Honestly,
Yes, but you're making a bad analogy.
How?
You're making a bad analogy because you're
I
saying.
agree with Brian right there.
No, yeah, well,
Bro,
no,
if I don't have to get off my seat,
right? Okay, guys, let me talk.
Okay, say it.
Brian is right.
Go.
Brian is right, but where Brian is wrong is that people will be lazy if you give them the option to be lazy. If you don't give them the you can force them. That's the thing.
It's like AI. Okay, the cat's out of the bag. You can't
Yeah,
shove
but
that
you
back
put
in the
the cat-
bag.
You
dude.
put the cat back in the bag. It can be
No,
done.
you can't.
Yes, you can. You stop making it available. If
So
you
you're gonna
say
take
to
out
people-
all streaming.
If you say to the people, do you want a pizza? And the people
If you're
want a
streaming,
pizza,
go to the
and you-
theater.
And you say you
Basically.
have to come here to get the pizza. If they want the pizza, they're going to go get the pizza.
And I know you're passionate about this, Joe, but here's my pushback to you. The Pandora's box is already open. You can't put it back in.
But you can.
No, you can't.
You totally
And
can.
treating consumers like they should be scolded. You have to do this is not a.
No, they don't have to do it.
I don't think
You're all making false equivalencies. Nobody's telling you what you have to do. Nobody's telling you what you have to
Because
do.
they're not
If
going
you don't
to.
want to go to the theater, you don't have to go to the theater.
That's the
But we're
point.
not. Yes,
they're not going to the
listen me.
theater.
You're not listening.
Okay, go ahead.
You don't have to go to the theater, but if you don't go to the theater, you don't get to see the movie.
Yeah,
And
you
you
do.
still
You just
have a
wait.
choice. You still have a choice because 90 days later, and this is the way it was. This is the way it was in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. Everyone had a choice. You didn't have to get up. You didn't have to go to the theater. You did not have to do these things. And you knew the things were going to come home eventually, but you had to wait for them. So if it was important to you to see it soon, your choice was go to the theater or wait. They're now taking away the wait. So people are being given the option to be lazy, so they're choosing to be lazy. If they don't have the option, they will go to the theater.
Here's my other response, Joe.
Away though.
Yeah, and then we're gonna move on to Grace. Okay, my personal opinion. You're very passionate in your opinion. Great, Joe. My personal opinion is once a new option comes and new technology, like Brian says, it's never a good idea to then limit what the consumer's options are. More options are always better to the consumer, and then fighting in the inevitable. Just like George Lucas said on AI yesterday, lots of us don't like AI. Lots of us want the human touch on this art and artistry. And he said, you're fighting the inevitable. The inevitable is, yes, what Brian says, ease of use. People People watch stuff on their phone. Do you think that's the best quality? No, it's because it's right there. It's because it's right there.
I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, right, like, let's say they go with the path of, okay, you just have to wait longer, right?
Then
have the
I'll still wait.
We're not saying that's what I was going to ask, though, right? You say,
More
okay,
choices.
you need to wait even longer, right? If you don't go here, you don't get pizza. But what if people just decide, okay, then I don't want pizza then?
That's
They
what
just
they're
walk
going to
away
decide.
completely.
But that's
That
never
is
gonna
literally
happen.
what they're going to decide, dude.
That's never going to happen.
We don't know
No.
for sure, Joe. We
Dude.
don't
That's
know for
it.
sure.
If you put like a movie out that people are interested in, and we know for a fact people are interested in these movies because we could see the streaming numbers. If you put like something like let's say the next Batman movie comes out, you put out the next Batman movie, and people know it's going to be at home in 2 weeks, you're going to make less at the box office. However, Batman's a popular character. If people know they're not going to get to see that movie for 90 days and they want to see it, they're going to go to the theater.
Well, technically, WB.
Well,
did that
hashtag
with
blame blame
honestly,
RJ for
WB did that with the Batman in 2022.
But
it was a mistake,
and it made
honestly,
750 million, which is good.
Does that window matter though? Because what's the difference between 90 days and 2 days? Because I'll tell you right now, the difference between 2 days and 90 days, the second day in there, that's a packed theater.
And
90 days in, there's nobody there.
And I would like to hear more from Blue Jay and Isaac too. And I thank you for being so respectful, Blue Jay and Isaac. But I would say to this response, even though Joe, if you do what you're proposing, even what you do,
I understand what you're saying, but seriously, you're fighting against the Avalanche with no shovel. Dude.
This is my response to you,
but
Joe.
They made the Avalanche
about making people wait, making people wait before you put on VOD. Okay, Joe, this is what I'm going to respond to you. Even if you do that, I think, in my opinion, you're right back where you're in the same boat, because people will not want to wait 8 months for Oppenheimer or Barbie, but they'll probably wait for Garfield and Furiosa.
No, I think that's BS, because people will wait 2 years for another season of Game of Thrones.
That is true.
So it really depends on how popular the project is.
It depends on what it is, honestly.
So we're back in the same boat.
They're waiting 2 years for Game of Thrones because they don't have a choice. If it was playing in a movie theater and they could see it now or wait 2 years, they'd probably go to the theater.
NTT did try to do the last.
Well, we are gonna move on so we can hear what Grace says, and then I'm sure there's other topics too.
Let's say every studio didn't have a streaming service, and like let's say 2019, when every studio didn't have any streaming service, like the big studios except Netflix. Would that help now?
I don't know.
With the box office, if not every studio didn't have a streaming service, only one have one, and they have to license out.
I want to get to, I'm not sure, Anthony. I want to get to Blue Jay. Thank you for waiting there, Blue Jay. What's your thoughts on what Joe's proposing? Do you think waiting for VOD would help? Do you think that's going to help the movie industry? Better profits? What do you?
Tough. Okay, I'm kind of mixed on this. I agree. Joe has made some strong points.
Okay,
but as someone that likes to go to the movies all the time, now I want to highlight George's comment.
Okay.
Another issue some people can't afford. Some people just can't afford it.
Yeah.
Like, people are saying this all the time. Like, people depending where you're at. I have Cinemark. I pay $12 a month for a movie club. I get 2 tickets every free subscription I paid. 2 free tickets. That's no problem for me. But not many people have a subscription. People can't afford it. That's the thing. People don't want to spend $20 a month on, is it one ticket for AMC A-List? Is that what that is? Okay.
Well, I could see as many movies as I want for month, but that's one person in my household. That's not me and my wife.
Yeah, that's for one person. That's not for
if you have a whole family.
Or your friends or whatever.
Yeah, it's basically going to the movies is becoming a luxury.
It's a luxury. And
can I ask everyone this question? I know most of us here still go see movies pretty rarely, and some don't. Some still can enjoy movies.
I mean, they have theaters that are literally luxury experiences. Yeah. That's what they market.
But I want to ask all of you this, because my family used to go see movies sometimes together back in the day. That rarely happens anymore. Rarely. Mainly, it's just me and my wife, or me and my nieces. or me and some friends, but we never go as a family. Remember, did anyone used to do that back in the day? How
Yes,
often
we used
does
to
it
go.
happen?
No,
I
mean, I can speak to that because I mean, my family of 4, we used to go to the movies pretty much all the time together. But now most of the time it's just me and my dad. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, I never did. It was a luxury, dude. It was a very rare thing for me to go to the movies. When
I
was a
go
kid.
to movies.
I mean, very rarely do we all go, but most of the time it's either just me and my dad, or or maybe occasionally my brother. But
not like it was. But in the back of the day, your whole family would get in the car and
in the past it would be like everyone goes. But
and to answer like Joe's point about things going digital, I mean, look, we're in a different time period, and I think we need to kind of realize that not every like.
That's what I keep trying to say. Welcome to the future, guys.
Yeah, like when a movie comes out on streaming and digital, just be happy the movie exists. It's still coming out. That's how I see it.
I think Joe is so passionate. I don't
Oh,
want to.
no, I understand. No, trust me. Okay, here, Joe. Don't make it sound like I dislike theaters, and I understand that an industry is at stake. Okay, a place in the community that brings people together, and it provides jobs for a lot of people that are just getting started out in their life in terms of jobs.
Right.
I totally understand that, but it's one of those things that, like, since the evolution of the internet and the technology that has improved, along with filmmaking techniques and all that other kind of stuff.
Can I ask Joe this?
Go ahead.
Is your concern that they can make some money now VOD, but then their other revenue sources going to disappear and they wish they had the theaters? Are you concerned like that?
I'm concerned for the theaters,
Yeah,
because like Brian said, you're going to put an entire industry, the
He doesn't
movie
want
theater
them to
business,
close
out of
down, and I
business.
get it.
That's
get it.
number one.
But also,
and number two, you're hurting the studios themselves, because they are then losing a revenue stream. The big budget movies, the things like your Avengers and things, you're going to see less of them, because if they don't have the box office because those movies are so expensive to make, and we all know that with a couple of exceptions, most of these streamers are operating in the red. They're not the profit source they thought they were going to be. And cheaper is better, quite frankly, for those guys. They don't have the money to put into something like an Avengers Endgame. If you like that kind of movie, you're not going to see that kind of movie if the theaters go away.
No, but you're going to see more and more movies like you see on Netflix.
Yeah, but those the Netflix.
You're going to see more and more movies.
That doesn't make Joe happy. He doesn't.
But
that's
no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If they start effing around with the theaters, that's what you're going to see.
But why can't studios in theaters sit down and lower the prices for the people? Like,
well,
maybe
not that they
$12 or $15.
It's the economy, dude.
Well, they're fighting against a more macro situation.
Yeah, they're fighting with the government as well.
So it's they're fighting the economy.
They're fighting.
And I'll tell you something. I saw a tweet here. If I'm allowed to mention it, and I implore you, Max, let me mention this because it's very topical.
For sure.
A person very familiar to the channel just tweeted out tonight.
Okay.
And I thought this was a very, very good treat. Good tweet. First of all, I think subscriptions are great. The A-list, the Regal Unlimited, they make it very affordable. The problem is a lot of people don't know about them. They're advertising them in the theater. You're sitting in the theater.
But they don't do a video and advertise them yet.
Yeah, they got to put it on TV or something, or the radio, so the people who aren't going to the theater know about them. But there was a tweet that 5 hours ago today that says, here's how you save movie theaters. Movie studios should incorporate a tiered-based pricing system based on release dates. First 2 weeks, full price. Week 3 and 4, discounted $3 per ticket.
Don't they do that already?
Week 5 and onward, take off $5 to $7. This is a good idea. This is a good selling idea.
You know what? That is a good. I actually agree with that. And another thing I think they should do is discounts for each ticket you buy. Like if you buy 2 or you buy 3, it comes off a little bit more, so that makes it cheaper for
that is a decent idea.
But that's not.
Go ahead, Brian. It's not going to help save it, but it'll
that's
help.
Nothing. That's a Band-Aid, dude. Over a gushing wound. No, that's not going to save shit.
Okay. Well, I understand. I think it might help a little bit. I think it might be. I think it might say, "Well, come to the movie with me. I get a discount." That might be a fun thing.
I think also too. It just really depends on the movies being released too. I don't think it's just like I'm not dismissing, obviously.
Except no discounts for babies. I'm so sick of seeing babies in these movies. Like, what the heck, bro? Like, why are you bringing a baby to like Godzilla versus Kong?
Oh,
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what the thing is. It's multi-tiered. There's multiple tiers here because number one, and John Campea said this a couple of years ago. He said in 2019, people were in the habit of going to the movies. They went every week. Something came out. They went to see it. They go
every other week. Yeah,
the habit got broken. People broke the habit. And then they never picked up the habit again. So number one, you got to get people.
That's part of it. That's not the whole story.
No, I know. The other part is you're making it very convenient. You got to take away the convenience. You got to take away the convenience to stay home.
You hear what you're saying though. Take away convenience is never a good thing to say to a
customer. It is a good thing. It is a good thing.
Make it a premium
experience.
Yeah,
can I finish my point though?
Yeah, go ahead.
I am not. I think it's also just an issue with how do I put this right? I think, look, if you look at last year, right, which I know last year, the summer wasn't great either, but if you look at like what actually did connect, it was stuff that people were genuinely excited for and that they felt like, okay, I need to experience this event, right? You look at Barbenheimer, you look at like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, you look at Across the Spider-Verse, right? I just think people are very particular and a lot more choosy with what they want to go see.
They are.
Which again,
there's a lot of options.
I guarantee
I'm very selective about what I go see.
I guarantee you, people will see next month. What is it? Bad Boys.
And we do have a member on
Inside
panel,
Out
so
2.
I do want to get to
that. Yeah.
I do want before we move on, Isaac. Thank you for being so patient and appreciate you supporting the channel. And we love having you around in the chat. Isaac, what's your thoughts? What have you been to movies? Do you still go to movies regularly? Does your family like movies? What are your thoughts on it? Are you able to go to the movies you want to see, or do you? Some people on the panel, myself included, like it's hard for our whole family to see it. It gets expensive. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, no, to RJ's point, the only movie I'm actually looking forward to going to see is Wolverine. Go ahead, Isaac.
Are you able to make it to the movies you want to see? That's all I'm asking. Are you able to make it to the movies you want to see? Do you go to movies regularly? The theater?
I don't know. Let's see.
Okay.
I'm just maybe sorry. That guy's comment that just popped out, George, he said something about people just can't afford to go to the movies a lot. Yeah, I kind of agree with that because
okay, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
You would like to more if it was more affordable, or your family, is that something you feel you think would help? That okay.
That would help.
Fair. Thank you, Isaac. I appreciate that. Anthony Beltry, member for 28 months. Wow, Anthony, I can't get rid of you. No, I'm just thank you so much, Anthony.
Never. No, I'm fine. Nah, but like I think people just waiting to see sequels. You know what do well? Sequels always. People's gonna see Inside Out, Bad Boys 4 next month, and I don't know what other movies coming out in June other than those two. In July, Deadpool and Despicable 4. Like and Twister. So like, yeah, that's it. Like
I don't know if Twister's gonna connect. Man. I don't know.
Maybe 250. That's like 250 million.
My dad's looking forward to it. I kind of
I seen that Twister trailer like every single time I go to the
it looks fun.
I'm so sick of that Twister's trailer because they keep showing it over and over and over again.
Oh,
I mean, maybe
it'll be tornadoes. Yeah, the damn tornadoes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's watch just a little bit of Grace. No size, please. She does do good Movie Math is my favorite series of hers. So, Blue Jay.
Thank you.
This is the only good thing to watch her channel.
I wasn't sighing because of Grace, Max. I just was sighing.
All right. Well, let's see what she has to say here. Time to panic. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. It's all right.
She's raising the alarm bell, Joe. That's what we got to
think she should be banned from New York.
George is asking you to answer his question before. but I don't know what his question was.
What, is this the question?
Ah.
Do you think it's a good move on Disney's part to release their new movies like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes for free on their cruise ships?
What?
Well, yeah, because
They
they're
did that
paying
already?
thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's not.
wait, hold on.
They already did that already? Damn.
Is there something that they're doing?
Well, that's
That makes
better.
sense.
That's better than what they were doing at Galactic Cruiser because you had to sign into your own Disney Plus. They had Disney
No,
Plus on TVs.
I'm just saying, like, I genuinely didn't know that they were offering like you to see their movies on their cruises like that. That's kind of for
They
free.
should.
I mean,
Hey,
I
that's
mean,
a
listen,
good-
Why the hell
Crazy.
not, dude? You're
Yeah.
paying a couple grand to go on the damn boat, so you
Yeah.
might as
That is,
well.
you paying $1,300, like
I'd like to-
$2,000 for free. Hey, that's a good movie though.
I'd like to point out that, to my point, Disney and Warner Brothers have backed away from these quick VODs. They don't do it anymore. It's Universal and Lionsgate are the culprits now.
Day and date, but some of them still do VOD though.
Not real quick. Not like super fast,
All
like
right.
2 weeks later anymore.
All right, maybe. Oh, I'll have to research that, Joe. Good point. Okay. All right. Let's see what Grace has to say. She's saying time to panic.
Where forget Dementis, Furiosa is just hoping she can beat Garfield. What is happening? Yes, welcome to a particularly
Here's a point.
sobering movie math. The industry is, they're panicking, but they're also sticking their head in the sand.
Oh shoot! I dropped my mic.
Damn,
Hello?
we broke it.
Oh no! I restarted her.
It's fine. Just let it play. It's fine. Just go.
Hopefully it's
Sticking their
faster
head in
they
the
can
sand.
fix it. And IATSE, by the way, is on the verge of going on a strike. If they go on a strike,
Oh no! Really?
Yeah,
Another strike.
That is a concern right now.
Oh yeah, the animation.
Right.
IATSE is the set people, and it also covers animation. Like, it was shut down all productions.
Yeah, so you ain't got to worry about movie box
expires
office.
next month. Oh shit! Oh damn!
You got to worry about them getting their shit together.
Yeah. Ooh, if animation,
Joe, did you hear about that potential IATSE strike?
Well, I said it last year, and it was a very unpopular thing for me to say, but I feel like I was proven right. When the actors and the writers were going on strike, I said, look, I feel for the actors and the writers. I think they deserve everything they want, but now's not the time to strike. It's an industry that is trying to bounce back from COVID. This is the wrong time for it. And people kept going, you don't care about the writers.
There's never a right time, Joe.
No, I agree with you, Joe.
Also,
it was very foolish at the time, and it's really not a good time to go on strike.
The problem though, is that it's just bad timing. They had to negotiate their contract that year.
Well,
what are they going to do?
To be fair to those that went on strike, is that they already let me finish, Anthony. Okay, they already went past the deadline. They signed one because of the pandemic that says, okay, we're going to keep working under the previous contract, but we'll get, and then the industry never wanted to revisit it.
Yeah,
they wanted to abuse the pandemic. So,
but you have
the
to.
industry's fault
They
too.
should have.
Yeah.
They should have signed another extension. They should have signed
no,
another
they didn't.
extension.
The actors didn't agree on it. They didn't agree.
Well,
because
here's the
we're
thing.
back in the theaters yet, though, and you can't.
You need to. Yeah, you need to have make sure they have jobs to come back to before they strike. And and when the industry is in the midst of a rebuild, that's not the right time.
And also,
it's never a good time.
If this expires next month, if there's no deal, good luck to your favorite animation movies. Yeah, like across.
Good luck to all movies. If this happens, all heck is going to break loose.
So
all heck is going to break loose.
They have 1 month left. If they're not in the rooms doing a deal, then it's gone. It's over.
So aspiring filmmakers, here's your chance. Go.
Yeah,
go make it.
This is probably going to last probably going to last 3 or 4 months. Easily.
I don't think they're going to strike that. I don't think they're going to.
I hope not.
I hope not. I mean, it expires next month in June, so
It won't kill the entertainment industry. It won't kill Hollywood.
But
it will. It could take as long as 5 years to recover.
Okay.
That would just be
I actually think if that happened, I actually think she's on to it might take that long.
It'd be devastating. It'd be a long time before things would ever get back to a sense of normalcy.
Because they just started going to productions again. And
then you also want to be careful not to be like Major League Baseball.
You shut down too much, yeah.
Well, do that and then end up pissing the fans off.
Yeah, and then they don't come back.
Move on to other things. Joe said, Joe has a point. People learn different habits. That's actually accurate,
Yeah, but they can learn a habit of not doing what you want them to do.
Yeah,
you know
that's true. Yeah. All right. Let's see.
For the business. So I would think that therefore IATSE could get anything they wanted because the studios would realize they simply cannot allow another strike to happen. But that does not seem to be the case. We'll see. I think it's absolutely unbelievable that there's even a possibility that IATSE is going to go on strike. But there seems to be a possibility. I'm very curious to hear your own thoughts down below because I know a lot of you, and it's what's fascinating is that so many of you have different takes on this. Some of you want Hollywood to burn. Some of you have AMC theaters.
Yeah, there are a lot of people's like, burn it down.
Well, there's a lot of people out there who wanted to.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. There's a lot of people that are like, well, Hollywood's out of touch and fuck them. You know, I'm not lying when I say this.
I mean, listen, I like Taylor Swift, but I am going to share
what does that to do with Taylor Swift?
Because people are like, yeah, she's she'll tell you about progressive politics or something, or some other studio, some other artist, and then they're flying around their private jet. So yes, that's why people like. I'm saying that's why people get annoyed with Hollywood.
Well, dude, no,
they're like you could be to the environment and all this other stuff, and then they do whatever they want because they think they're like above you, you know.
And celebrities have been preaching their politics on the internets for a long time, and it's getting on people's nerves.
Oh yeah, Blue Jay, definitely interested.
But anyways, no, the whole thing about it is it's a shift, okay. No, the baseball strike, the reason why the people were pissed off because they're like, well, it's the millionaires versus the billionaires. That's a lot of people think when entertainment goes on strike. It's people who make a lot of money that I don't make. I'm just trying to give you a little perspective.
Yeah, I don't want it to burn because I love movies. That would also cause that also would hurt the movie talk community too. So, yeah, it'd be very boring.
I got sports. Sports is year round.
Well, there's video games, there's retro. I still have something to talk about.
There's plenty of other things, but I'm saying at the end of the day, not only that, but there's still television, Well,
no, this would affect television too, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah,
it would. Yeah. Anyway,
all right, we'll be all reality TV. All right, let's see what else you say.
Your stock. So I'm very curious to see your thoughts.
After this, Blue Jay, after this.
Thoughts down below. So yes, both
we're not
movies
watching
were
the whole
locked
thing either.
in a photo finish that might not be resolved until Tuesday. Because remember, it's a 4-day holiday weekend. But Garfield is surging after Friday. Furiosa won Friday, but Garfield is doing very well after that because it's drawing in families for the holiday weekend.
That's good.
And therefore has very strong matinees. People are seeing Garfield all day long. Not so much with Furiosa. It's close, as I said, a photo finish. And surging might be a strong word to use because both films, once thought to have a shot, each have a shot at maybe 50 million. Well, now they're looking at around 31 million for the 4-day. The 4-day. Oh my God.
The 4-day.
The 4-day. Oh my God. We got an oh my God.
I mean, that actually is pretty bad.
Hey, Joe, if you want to try that Crazy Mad Reviews, I am going to go see Furiosa. We could try that tomorrow if you're available tomorrow. I know it's your family day too. Later on,
tomorrow we're seeing Garfield.
But it'll be like a 15-minute off live stream review of just me and you. We could. I
gotta say, I've been to the movie theater every day this week since Thursday, and
but you're hardcore.
You watch
Garfield,
but
I've seen some damn good movies.
You saw Garfield?
No. My wife said she would prefer to see Furiosa. She would actually Planet of the Apes, but I already saw it. And I said, I'll watch it again. I loved it. I was going to see it again. She's like, no.
It's crazy that Planet of the Apes is the only movie that makes a ton of money.
Yeah.
I saw
people like apes. People like apes.
I saw Planet of the Apes again today. Second time. Nice. I'll tell you this.
How often does your family go though, Joe? Too. I'm just trying to see the family. Like I do know your family.
We took them yesterday. We took them yesterday to see If, which by the way is possibly the best movie of the year so far. And what's that?
I thought it was good.
Yeah. Oh my God, that movie! It's magical. It's like a modern masterpiece. But anyway, that was amazing. Took the kids to see that. We're taking them tomorrow to see Garfield, and we just bought tickets for Monday, June 3rd, to take them to the Fathom event screening of the Muppet movie.
Well,
Cool.
I'm going to my local theater tomorrow to see Back to the Future on the big screen.
That's great, man.
Awesome.
Bro,
I
Back
might.
to the Future is a 2-pack.
That's one of my
ass.
favorite movies of all
5
time.
times, George. 5 times.
Anthony.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing. Wednesday, I'm taking Kira to see Back to the Future at our
Joe,
local.
it was 4.5 for Flash because you kind of fell asleep part of the movie when I was with me.
Oh, I fall asleep in every movie. I have sleep apnea.
Oh, sorry. Okay, no wonder you see him so many times.
Yeah, no, I fall asleep in every single movie. Just
Okay.
about. I fall asleep for about 5 to 10 minutes in everything.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't wake up if I fall asleep. Like,
I do.
I still didn't see the end of Godzilla X Kong New Empire. I don't know what happened to the other half of the movie. Once I go, I'm out. I don't wake up again.
That's like another reason why I don't like going is because it's like I get sleepy too, and it's like no, I ain't trying to fall asleep in the theater. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's see what else she says. I just want to see where she says.
Yeah, just wait. Well, I was gonna say just probably stop once you get to like the streaming discussion.
Okay.
Like the streaming
5
numbers.
for the 3 days.
I'm not gonna go all
That
out.
not only puts both films below If's disappointing debut, but even below The Fall Guy, which kicked off this depressing summer movie season. Right now, Hollywood is just
To be
hoping
fair,
for a movie.
Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, which I love them both, neither one pulling big numbers as a lead. Neither one.
Well, what about
I love Emily Blunt.
What about
Remember
Oppenheimer?
Mary Poppins Returns?
Well, Oppenheimer, she wasn't really the focus of the marketing.
Right. I'm saying as a
Well,
main
she wasn't,
star,
but she was the second lead.
I
yeah,
think
but
I
the
think-
movie was marketed off of the
Now
name of
I want to
Christopher
see
Nolan.
Fall Guy,
Right,
Joe.
yeah, that's
I
true.
asked my
Yeah.
wife, I'm like, "Do you sure you want to see Fall Guy instead?" She's like, "No, I'd rather see Furiosa. It's not
Fall,
my type movie."
Fall Guy's a much better movie than Furiosa. But yeah,
But-
no, Fall Guy's
You can rent
spectacular.
that movie. You
But
can watch. Yeah, you can
Besides Ken and Barbie, Ryan Gosling is still not a main draw. I'm sorry.
rent that. The reason why he's joining the
I don't mean
MCU
to go all Grace against Jessica Chastain, but he's just not that big box office. Neither
Well,
one of them are.
Can you really say that any movie star is a box office
I
draw?
think there's some
Yeah,
left.
no.
Maybe Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise movie flopped.
Will
last year.
Smith. I think Will Smith's going to bring it this
Keep
weekend.
saying flop like it's not okay.
I mean, 700. What do they mean? 710, 15, whatever.
500.
500. On a budget 300. I guess, but like,
What?
we'll
Yeah,
see,
but
we'll see what his movie does next year.
Came out at a weird time, like during Barbenheimer. So, but yeah, like no movie star is really a box office draw. So we're not in that time no more. So
Even The Rock
I'm
is
just
not a
saying.
box office drawing. He's
Another reason. It's another reason.
I will have to see Rhea besides Barbie. I mean, she was for Barbie, but we're talking about like the Tanya Harding one and the Harley Quinn movies.
Yeah, we need to see what
I
the
mean,
next project.
she's
Well,
great.
think about it. Her highest box office before Barbie came out was the Suicide Squad from 2016. Think about it. That's
Hey,
crazy.
Anna.
That was his highest box office movie, the Suicide Squad from 2016. That was Margot Robbie's highest. box
Well, we
office.
don't want to because Blue Jay has a game, so let's get through this.
Ooh, nice.
I'm excited about. Thank you for putting that together,
It
Blue
better
Jay.
be box office.
Any movie that can open at 100 million or more. As the Hollywood Reporter just pointed out, by now we already should have had 2 or 3, maybe even 4. Maybe Inside Out. 2 will be the first 100 million opener of the year. I mean, that's on the high end of the predictions, though. We might have to wait all the way until the end of July for Deadpool and Wolverine. Hopefully.
No, I know. I think you could be still critical, but I would be shocked if Deadpool and Wolverine, if Deadpool and Wolverine get these kind of numbers, and I'm like, put a fork in it, we're done. I don't believe that would happen.
Well, I saw.
Isn't Despicable 4 coming out 2 weeks before it? So like,
Yeah.
that will open before Deadpool.
Well, here's the thing, though. There is I saw. I don't think I lost that one article. Like there was a prediction going on when the New Year's of this year hit around, saying that 2024's box office may be 5% less than what we have in 2023.
Let's hope worldwide. I don't know what's happening worldwide with these movies. I'll have to see.
Well, I'm
no,
sure
it's not great worldwide either.
Okay.
See, I'm sure Deadpool and Wolverine is going to make money. Despicable Me makes a lot of money all the damn time. So I think those movies will be fine. It's probably just the other movies are going to be lost in the shuffle. Hopefully, Bad Boys does well.
All right.
Oh, Bad Boys, the last one.
I'm gonna try to get to see Bad Boys, but I will be out of town next weekend.
Of course you will.
Let me see.
I'll be out of town too. I'll be on
Trades are
vacation.
Oh, cool.
Putting out
Well, I'll go
panic-inducing
vacation by
headlines
the end
and
of
telling the
June.
industry not to panic. It's time to panic, not to
time
lose
to
their
panic.
heads. Well, you know, maybe losing your head every once in a while is a good idea because it makes you realize just how serious the situation is. Because this is bad. It's real bad. Kids, you might want to look away and perhaps dream about
Joe,
what-
she said look away.
From what?
It's real bad out there.
Oh God, this is doom and gloom all over.
in a different industry. Too bleak? I don't think so. This weekend, I was talking to a friend of mine in the industry.
Okay, this
who's
is what I
working
want to
there
hear.
Right now,
This is what I want to hear. This kind of stuff.
Friends?
told me there was concern Hollywood could go the way of Detroit. Oh, listen to
What?
Yeah.
Well, listen. You
Asking
keep
for a
pausing.
bailout. If,
No, just
if
listen.
Hollywood asks for a bailout or something, they're
No,
people
it's
get
I don't.
mad.
I don't
Okay.
think it's what they're asking.
Okay.
I don't think well, let's listen a little bit.
All right. Sorry, I'll let her speak.
this. It wasn't funny because I think it made a lot of sense. So Detroit was a once bustling business town that saw mass consolidation down to just a big three, with the city now a former shell of its glory days. Sound
Ooh.
familiar?
Ouch.
Yeah.
Hollywood, yeah.
The consolidation of companies and IPs and I don't think she's wrong there.
Just like General Motors buying out everybody until they got bought out by the government.
Does anyone see this? Does anyone think she's being too hyperbolic?
As somebody who is in the automotive industry, she's not wrong.
Okay.
It all depends on if they learn their lessons. I'm giving them the blueprint on how to fix it right here. Just gotta listen to me.
I wish everyone listened to you, Joe. I wish.
Can we get Joe?
Dude, I wish theaters owners will watch
Everybody log off of your Netflix.
Joe should be the president of the National Theater Industry. Theater Organization of NATO.
I tweeted. Yeah, I know. I tweeted earlier today.
Hold on, Joe speaking. Anthony, wait. Joe
I
speaking.
tweeted earlier today at Regal and AMC, at Marcus Theaters, Harkins Theaters, Cinemark, Cineplex, and I told them, I said, and I put the screenshots of all these movies that are now on VOD, and I said, you guys need to hold Universal and Lionsgate accountable at CinemaCon next year. They got to. They got to do it. All right.
You're gonna put them on. He's gonna put them on spotlight.
Vegas will be the new Hollywood. Get it while you can, folks.
True.
I'm telling you guys, entertainment is evolving, and it's going to evolve right its way out.
It's not going to disappear.
It's not going to disappear. That's what evolution does not mean disappearing. It's just going to change. What form it takes in the future, what do I know? Okay, but I'm just saying, this is a trend, is it not?
We do know, and this is video games and everything. IP is what we're concerned about, not people's jobs. I'm sorry to say, they're concerned about what they own IP wise, not. They will buy companies and then lay people off like crazy. Unfortunately, this is across the board. Movies absorbing other studios, companies, video game company. RJ, you've noticed this, right? Xbox, Sony, Xbox more than Sony for sure.
Oh yeah,
They love to pony up billions and billions of dollars for IP, and then people get laid off like crazy. And it doesn't even matter to them if their workforce disappears as long as they keep owning all these IPs. Okay, so I think she's kind of accurate.
Or how about Pittsburgh? Once the crown.
Oh no!
Hey, listen,
Grace. I'm taking this personal, Grace.
Well, do you guys
your
produce
football
steel
team
there
sucks,
anymore?
Max.
I don't even watch the Steelers. I loved the Penguins back in the day. I don't even watch the Pirates.
Well, actually, no. The Steelers.
You know what? My dad would really like me to take him.
But the point of that is that they don't produce steel.
Yes,
like they used to.
Yeah, they don't use the.
Max says, "Don't drag Pittsburgh into this."
No, entertainment's just going to get outsourced like everything else. It's okay. We'll just get a lot of Chinese movies. Get ready. I think Perp will be really happy.
Well, anime is very popular. Anime is not
What anime is for woke people.
No, it's not. Anime is anti woke most of the time.
No, it's not.
There's some crazy shirt in there.
We gotta get you, Dan. Can we kick you at this time, please?
No, my dad does want to go to a pirate game. I haven't taken him to a pirate game in years. I'll have to wear my mask.
Just get him. The tickets shouldn't be that expensive for.
Well, I was gonna say let's probably keep playing, otherwise we're gonna be another hour.
Yeah.
Of the global steel industry, and now it was hit hard by the loss of steel. I think some steel companies are still based there.
Steel,
but then also, I've been there recently post-pandemic. The pandemic absolutely gutted that city. So anyway, my friend in the industry also
gutted the city? Oh man, Grace
suggested it might be time to fully repeal the laws that keep studios from owning movie theaters.
Work there.
In the past, it was thought it would give them too much control of an industry. But to be fair, those laws have already started to be loosened. But I think the reasoning that my friend had, which I agree with, is that if the studio owns the theater itself, therefore they would keep all of the ticket revenue instead of having to.
That's good. I actually like. What do you think about that? Or is that bad, Joe?
Well, we're discussing. You're asking if studios should buy the movie theaters.
Yes, I think they should.
Well, doesn't Netflix own one? Netflix own a movie theater.
I mean, I get it, dude. It's cutting out the middleman, and it's probably what's going to happen next. But yeah, no.
Then the jobs for the employees don't necessarily disappear, and then they get 100% of it.
Though. They should have disappeared.
I mean, they'll have the brick and mortar costs, but the expenses will go down.
Just think of all those privately owned theaters that'll get shut down when they do that.
Oh, you think they'll be like Blockbuster?
Well, do you think that?
Oh, they're not going to.
If the studios have their own theaters, do you think
they're not going to allow them the
privately owned theaters have the movies?
Okay, that's the bad side. Yes. Okay, I get it now. Thank you for helping me understand that how that could be bad.
Well, that's the whole thing with the streaming, dude. It's like they're cutting out the middleman. The middleman's the theaters.
Yeah,
that's overhead. They can cut that out, but it is what it is.
Joe, do you have any take on if the studios purchase the theater change? That is a red alarm there that they wouldn't let independent studios or independent theaters have their movies. Then they're like, it's exclusive to our theaters.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so too, but I could definitely see, especially Disney. Whew, you're not getting our.
Well,
film.
some of them already own theaters, like Disney owns Disney owns the El Capitan, and Netflix owns a couple theaters already.
So.
But they're only in a couple cities.
They really want their movies to be seen by the most amount of people. There's more money and more people seeing your movie, So it's like there's not a lot of business sense in that.
There's a reason why Captain Marvel made $1 billion, because Disney bought it, and I'm playing.
That's
substantial portion of it. Remember, it works out to about 50% to a third party. And therefore, maybe they'd be less incentivized to push the movie to digital, where those distributors take a fraction of what theater owners do. So that's another incentive for a studio which is not seeing strong box office returns to push to digital, where they get a bigger cut of almost the entire pie. So, I mean, it would suck for movie theater owners, but I don't really think they're doing a very good job protecting their business, because I think the theater experience is real bad.
I do say that if a judge decrees this, I think it's more of it's going to happen if they, if that's an update.
These days, it's really, really bad. We're going to talk about that a little bit more, but also don't worry, we're going to talk about the quality of films too.
Uh-oh.
So The Fall Guy hit digital. Oh, by the way, I think that if studios own movie theaters, hopefully they would work hard to protect that experience. I mean, the theme parks are having some trouble, so we can maybe see some glimmer of what it would be like.
Not really. Disney Universal is doing good.
I mean, like the studios would come under, I think, heavy.
What's that, Joe?
I keep hearing this, that the theme parks aren't doing well.
No, they're doing good.
No,
I was in the parks twice last year.
No one's talking about the revenue the parks are bringing in. What they're referring to is the quality of the experience that you get at the theme parks now. It's taking a hit.
Universal are the best one.
No, I'm not talking about revenue. I'm talking about the quality of the experience.
No, I'm talking about quality-wise.
Yeah, but the quality is directly connected to the theme park attendance, because when people complain about the quality, what they're complaining about is how busy and the long lines and
there's like complaints from Disney hardcores about the quality of the rides and the quality of the experience.
Well,
there always has been. Yes, but Disney Genie is a direct result of the crowd.
Well, Joe, Galaxy's Edge is still there, but the Galactic Cruiser shut down after a year and a half. Me and my wife were just watching a documentary on it, so it's not all roses.
And the Galactic Cruiser, well, the problem there was it was overpriced because it had
there
the
were
highest,
a lot of problems there. Yeah.
Well, no, there really weren't though, because it had the highest quality exit scores of any attraction they had done. So the people who were going thought it was fantastic. People loved it. The only problem was people couldn't afford it. I honestly think they should have cut the prices before they canceled the thing altogether.
All right. Well, we do have a game to play, so let's only watch 2 more minutes of this, and then we're going to call it.
We already got to the meat of the video.
If it wasn't a good experience,
I'll have to do it later.
And also, they're showcasing
separate
their own
video,
product.
please.
So you would think they would take that hopefully very, very seriously. Maybe because of society, the communal movie theater experience just cannot be done. It's very.
Is that interesting? That's some. Things are different. Just like. People used to gather around the couch in the same room and play video games together. I mean, the Switch is still there. That's the closest you get to it. But most gaming is like done online with your friends, or RJ. You know what I mean, RJ?
No, I get you.
It has changed, and that's also a factor in here, Joe. The communal experience has changed. People are different, especially since the pandemic. Not only the day and date, people were just different now. People are different. They interact differently. Some people like for me, which I love, I never see my coworkers in the flesh. I see them on a computer screen, So it's not this communal experience anymore.
Well, people also don't know how to behave in movie theaters, which is also a consistent issue.
Yeah,
So
literally somebody just stopped somebody in the movie theater.
Yeah. Well, it's very sad, Anthony. I don't want to because I want to. I just depressing to talk about. I don't want to bring it up. Yeah. No.
People don't know how to behave.
Yeah. So, but that is another factor, Joe. Is just people have changed those last 4 years. Besides what they got accustomed to, the day and date, people have just got used to not being in person and big groups anymore. A lot of people. What do you think of that? Any thoughts there, Joe? Unfortunately, I think we should try to. I think if it's in your ability, try to get out there.
In general, I think people are crybabies, and I'll tell you why I say that, because they always want the thing that they can't have. Like when we were all forced to stay in our homes, nobody wanted to stay in their homes, and people were like, "Oh, you had the people that were like, you can't make me stay in my home." Everybody wanted to bust out.
You know what? Now, those are the people that kept the movie theaters alive. They still went to the movies.
Well, not when they were closed. But the point is, as soon as people could go out again, now people want to stay home. So it's like, I'll bring it back to Star Trek. Star Trek did prequels, and people were like, "We don't want prequels. We want to move forward, not backward." Blah blah blah.
What the hell is Star Trek?
And then they go and they put it in the 32nd century, and people are like, "Too far forward." You're never gonna make people happy. They're miserable no matter what.
Yeah, it was the show they did it with. But
Ryan, we have a minute left, and we're getting to the Blue Jay game. But I wish this was. I agree to you to a point, but I think we've changed the way we're social. It's based on the internet, computers, social media, phones. So I think we're also convenience. It's more convenient to set, like, just for example, I'm part of the problem. Boot up a live stream, have you on StreamYard and talk about a topic, then go drive and see you, or hang out, or go to a movie with you. Oh, Joe, I would like to go see a movie with you again.
Here's a question. Here's a question for the whole panel, because we're all out of our.
We're done with this.
We all range from the 40s.
I'll get back to it, RJ, later.
We all range from the 40s to the 20s, right? So here's a question: What happened to the teenagers? Because the teenagers,
they're different than us, Joe.
When I was a kid, if you had like a date or something, you didn't want to bring them to your house and sit in front of your parents. Like that wasn't, you wanted to get out. In fact, if mom came in the room while you were on a date, that would be like the most embarrassing thing ever. Where are the kids going now?
I'll tell you exactly where they're at
the
right
movies. Now. They're not going to the movies, that's for sure.
They're going out, hanging out with friends.
Yeah, but where? It's somebody else's house. They're all watching
No.
Netflix at someone
Dude,
else's.
I live in a rural area, dude. Like right now, this weekend, there was like 3,000 or 4,000 people out at this place called Moon Rocks. Okay, all they do out there is drive over rocks. Okay, that's what they're doing.
They're going to places like Top Golf.
Joe
They're going to
wants to know
sports events. They're going
to sporting events. They're going to other events. They're going to there's so much other things. Like
they're going to houses and playing.
I live in a gambling
Thank God
town.
I'm not a kid today, man. I'll tell
Dude,
you.
I live in a gambling town. Like you go to you gamble. There's stuff to do. Like no.
There's more options now than there used to be.
They go to ice cream parlors. They go to Dave and Buster's.
Well, it's not 1850. Well, you got to sell off the wagon to go to the town.
When we were growing up,
fucking Nickelodeon,
we didn't have access to the internet.
Yeah, but how are you going to take a date on the internet? Hey, baby,
what are kids doing on the internet? They're all
let's go
I'm
get
not
together
saying
and tweet.
it's right. It's just the way things are done nowadays. Okay, don't get me wrong. It would be really nice to actually meet people in person instead of meeting them over a cold internet.
Some people don't want to do things in person anymore either. That's the other thing. Some people just prefer staying home.
So the kids are like, Marie from Science. Yeah, she and I are going to go tweet tonight.
Well, Joe, you do know
Well, there's stuff like Discord
this is
and
where
voice messaging.
This
and all
is
that.
where nuance is important because I do know personally some young people in my family have had a really hard time going back to school and public life after the pandemic and being home. Imagine in your formative years, during your awkward years, if you were home.
Oh, no, Max, I'm dealing with it. I got an 8-year-old who has separation anxiety and we can't get her to go to school.
So that's another thing. That's another thing that's going on right now. Young people have changed. They're dealing with a different environment that we did when we were growing up.
Well, like I said, a lot of them come attached with tablets and phones. Not everybody, but
Well, thank God we've reached the point where Blue Jay is going to take control. So we're going to have some fun. There's a fun back and forth. And hold on, Blue Jay. Thank you for being so patient, and I hope you have a great time on your trip, Blue Jay. You deserve it.
Thank you very much.
You deserve it.
Are you clapping? What are you doing?
Yeah, get out there and have some fun, people.
You sure you're clapping? Are you not doing the turbulence?
You don't. I don't want you to share anything that's too personal. Are you going to a beach or anything, or you want to anything fun like that, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Hey, Blue Jay, I got a question for you.
Who dropped out?
I've been rereading my my run of Justice League International, the greatest run of any comic book that ever existed, and I'm wondering, did you take your name Blue Jay from the Justice League Europe member Blue Jay?
No.
Okay.
Nice shot.
My favorite color is blue, and my first name is Jay. So there you go.
Oh, cool. There you go. And I apologize. I didn't want you to say anything too private, but yeah, get to like the water and open air. That was great. Yeah. Are you gonna go see any movies while you're away?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably because I might go to an AMC there. So
I love when I used to go. Okay, now it's live on your channel too. So if you want to do an intro, you can.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the box office game. This is pretty much just back to basics. Pretty basic. No theming or anything like that. Should be just 5 rounds, just like normal. That's it.
Cool. And I was going to say one of my favorite things to do on vacation back in the day was boardwalks. I love boardwalks when there's the arcade and good food. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right, go ahead, Blue Jay.
5 rounds. Here we go. Let's begin.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Well, Blue Jay gets to pick who goes first, RJ. This thing, I will go first.
I'll go with RJ. Let's go with RJ.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle because I remember that was like a crazy surprise hit no one was expecting.
All right. So, Isaac, you've seen us do this all the time, right?
Yeah.
All right. Which one do you think is the highest box office worldwide?
I'm gonna have to go with Multiverse of Madness.
Good pick, Isaac.
Yeah.
Okay. Joe.
I'm gonna go with Jumanji. That was huge, and I'm surprised we haven't had a Jumanji 4 yet. Quite frankly.
Well, The Rock say they're working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're working on it.
Wait,
We'll
wait.
see.
You mean? Don't you mean Jumanji 3?
No, they made a third one already. It was
Oh, I
the
forgot.
one with Danny DeVito.
Well, this is canon to
No,
the.
wasn't that the second one?
This is canon.
Well, this is canon to the Robin Williams
Yeah,
one.
this is
Oh, okay. So
this
it's
is
not
the fourth one.
Okay.
I know
My
it's a
bad.
little weird because they treat
My
it like
bad.
this.
I thought we were like acknowledging it's like a reboot. Okay, my bad. My bad.
No, it's not a reboot. It's canon. They say it's canon now.
Okay.
In fact, BB North showed up in the last one, reprising her role from the original.
All right. Max.
I think they all made decent money. I'm like, I don't remember. I could even be Bohemian Rhapsody.
Max.
I know Jumanji made a lot of money. Welcome to the Jungle, and I think it was like during December, like the holidays of December. I was gonna go Multiverse, but I'm gonna go Jumanji. And my first instinct, I want to say Multiverse of Madness, but I'm gonna go Jumanji.
Okay, Anthony.
I'm gonna go with Jumanji.
Alrighty. And the answer is.
Yeah.
Ooh, 995. Ooh, they were all pretty. They all made over 900 million.
I think this is the highest. No, Christopher Nolan beats the high over. Like he beat the highest.
Man, so close to $1 billion.
Well, Doctor Strange would have hit $1 billion if it didn't get cut by Top Gun Maverick and that button.
And who says The Rock can't bring in the box office?
And Jurassic Park. If Jurassic Park didn't come out, Doctor Strange would have hit $1 billion that month.
I mean, just cut it. Let's be honest. This is still a lot of money. So
For a Sam Raimi movie, that's the second highest movie. Well, his first.
Yeah. That is crazy. That is really. I didn't know Bohemian Rhapsody made that much money. Like I knew it was popular. I didn't know it was that big. Though.
What? This has got him the Oscar. You didn't got him the Oscar.
Well, just because you win an Oscar doesn't mean your movie makes a lot of money.
No, I'm totally blanking on the third Jumanji. What was the title? The one with Danny DeVito.
The Next Level.
Okay, thank you. I couldn't remember.
This just in, Joe. Anthony Cheeseman found the teenagers. They're on TikTok.
Actually, that is true. They are.
Yeah. How's that working out for you? How do you have a date on TikTok? I don't get it.
Have a date on TikTok.
Don't Google that. Don't Google that. Get some weird results.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Blue Jay.
It's kind of funny the way he said it. Round 2.
I guess parents of this generation don't have to worry about their teenagers getting pregnant anymore.
Oh my God.
Yo, I will remind you this is on Blue Jay's channel too.
I'm just saying, if you can pull that out, I'm just saying, if you can pull that off over TikTok,
that messed up. That is wow. That's messed up.
Wow. I don't care if this is that. It's just funny the way you said it so quietly out loud.
Jesus, man, that's messed up, bro.
Okay.
That one
okay, moving on. Let's get to the round
Michael
two.
Bay, right?
Michael Bay, Pearl Harbor.
Yeah. You own that.
I think that's overly hated. I think it's a decent movie.
I love that movie.
I will say that I think Pearl Harbor, when it was released, was after Titanic and the success of taking a real world event and then doing sort of like a blockbuster movie, some not like a lot documentary, and then putting a love story on it. So I don't blame Michael Bay for doing it the way he did, because James Cameron started that. It was Titanic wasn't just about a boat sinking. It was a big romantic story.
He was really trying to go after the Titanic crowd, though, and you can tell with that movie.
Yeah.
Well, that's Michael Bay for you. Like that's Michael Bay. It's typical Michael right there. He likes
Actually,
on this movie,
Ryan. I do have Pearl Harbor and 300. Right. Yes.
That's nice.
Isaac.
I'm gonna go with let's see. I'm gonna go with Shang-Chi.
Okay. Max.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's Pearl Harbor, but I'm Zactivated. I'm going Zack Snyder for 300.
You did not just say that.
I think that was one of his most profitable movies, 300. So that's why I'm going.
Zactivated. Give me a break, Joe.
I got, even though I think it's a terrible movie, I got to go with Pearl Harbor. I mean, everybody saw that movie back in the day.
That wasn't bad, Joe.
Wasn't that bad? You Michael Bay hate propaganda.
It was a lot better in his Transformers movies.
Facts.
I'm sorry, Blue Jay.
And he killed the franchise.
No, the first writer's strike really impacted this.
Yeah, the first one, the second one, yeah, the second, third one, fourth. Yeah,
no, not you too, Rhea. Zactivated. Oh my gosh.
What are you talking about, CJH?
Oh my gosh, he did. Is RJ? Oh, it's Blue. Crazy Joe next.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, I said Pearl Harbor.
RJ.
I lost track because I lost track.
Oh, I know what Blue Jay's doing here. I shouldn't help all of you out, but Pearl Harbor was a Memorial Day movie.
Yeah, Memorial Week. Yeah,
that was probably
that
why
wasn't. Oh, okay.
That's
wow, Max, you trying to spoil the results?
Wow,
yeah.
Before I even get a chance to say.
Yeah, go ahead. What is
you know the military hated this movie?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
they did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like the role. Shang-Chi did well, but it was a pandemic movie, so I don't remember it making it made money, just make like a ton of money. I think Pearl Harbor, I think, was kinda okay. I think 300 might have been the bigger movie though. I feel like that was like a big moment, like culturally. Like a lot of dudes went to go see 300.
And people still talk about that movie.
And people still talk about it. Yeah. So
my wife and I still argue about 300.
Oh my god!
Zack Snyder, unfortunately, even though I love him, he's still shooting new sci-fi movies like they're 300.
Yeah. Well, I think
some of the scenes look like.
I could be wrong. I think 300 is best. Well, no. Well, out of like non-DC, like his best performing movie. So I'm gonna go 300.
I like Dawn of the Dead.
I'll go 300 as well. I like 300.
So.
Maybe he should do more of Frank Miller adaptations that he has.
I tried to show my wife 300 and she hated it. She made me turn it off. She's like, "This is the worst dialogue I've ever heard." I'm like, "Come on, that line will fight in the shade." That was a great line.
It's from the books. Like, he just can't argue that. Like, yeah. If you want to give the blame, you should blame Frank Miller.
Yeah. All right, and the answer is.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Wow, that's shocking.
That was close, though.
Me and Max, RJ was right.
I was right too.
Yes,
you were.
Yes,
I thought Max picked Pearl Harbor.
I said I wouldn't be surprised if it was Pearl Harbor, but I'm going to.
Because he was going on a whole thing about Michael Bay and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
I thought that was his answer. I was like, oh god.
To be fair, with how much hype in the big actors, that should have done better than 449 million, though. Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
All right.
It did have Josh Hartnett in it, so that's always a strike against something.
Ooh.
This one's gonna be tough.
All right, let's go from
just for the record. I love the first Frozen. I don't know. Frozen 2 was horrible to me. I don't know why people like Frozen 2. It was just like
what? Frozen 2 wasn't that bad.
Frozen 2 does have the best scene in both Frozen movies, though.
Max, but you're not happy we get Max in the woods. Max, you're not happy we getting Frozen 3 though.
I mean, I'm happy. Go right ahead, but I just
Max, are you gonna sing the song? Are you gonna sing "Let It Go"?
Don't.
Anthony,
Max, are you telling me you didn't like the Lost? You didn't like Lost in the Woods?
That song was the most annoying song ever, bro. I just
it's got done like an '80s power ballad, like that scene, man. That was
maybe I'll watch it again. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it.
Let her go.
Oh my God,
What
Anthony! Please don't show the sign to you again, Anthony.
What are you even talking about?
Dan you from the show.
Bro, that song became the #1 album that year. Remember?
See, I agree with you, Ryan.
Who's going
first? Ain't no
oh my God!
Gosh,
Blue Jay, are you gonna kick Anthony? It's up to you.
No, I'm not gonna kick him.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I just had to.
I just couldn't. Okay, Anthony, you're last. RJ.
This is tough because I know that these are all $1 billion plus movies, so it's a matter of which one made more. I know Barbie was a big hit. I know Frozen 2 is all these. This is tough. Trying to think. All right. All right. I'm gonna go Top Gun. That movie I feel like was like probably the biggest cultural moment we've seen post pandemic. I think that really was a unifying force when it came out. It brought grown men to tears who saw that movie, gave it standing ovations at every screening. I will never forget this. I'll tell my story very quickly. I went to go see this movie on Memorial Day in IMAX, sold out with a bunch of veterans, actually. There was like at least like 2 or 3 rows full of veterans. My God, that was one of the best movie-going experiences I've ever had. That was something special. That movie really meant a lot to those veterans. So, yeah, like I said, I think it was just one of those movies that really united a lot of people, brought the hype back to going to the movies. So, and I know people who saw it like 4 or 5 times. It was just that big. So, yeah.
All right, Crazy Joe.
I got to go with Frozen 2, and I don't want to say what it is now because I don't want to sway anybody's vote. But Frozen 2 is the victim of a lie from Disney, and when we're done, I'll tell you what
it's not getting another sequel. That one.
I'll tell you what I mean after we're done with the voting. But there's a lie on Disney's part involving Frozen 2. But go on. I'll expand on that later.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to get into whatever it is. All right, Max.
I'm thinking maybe Barbie no, Tom. I'm going to go Maverick. I was thinking go Barbie, go Maverick.
Isaac.
All 3 of these movies did good.
Yep.
Which one? I'm gonna go with Top Gun Maverick.
Good choice. That's what I picked, Isaac. Good choice.
All right, Anthony, take it away.
I'm gonna go with these nuts. I'm playing. I'm gonna go with Top Gun Maverick. I'll go with Top Gun Maverick. That was an amazing experience, and seeing everybody, and even people that's old as hell, like seeing in theaters was amazing. And hopefully the third. I mean, personally, it should not get a third movie, but typical Tom Cruise. We'll see what the third one goes.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Everybody's saying he's just in the chat. Funny. All right, and the answer is.
Oh,
wow. Okay.
I'll tell you what the lie is with Frozen 2. Disney said it was the highest grossing animated film of all time. However, the actual answer is The Lion King. But they say they don't consider that animation.
They don't. Because that's
they present it as a live action movie. That's how they presented that
Which
film.
in reality, it's all CG lines and
exactly.
It's stupid.
It's still dumb that movie.
That movie never should have been made.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we get in a live action Moana. So.
Yeah. Well, no one.
I don't want to talk about that. Crap.
No one's.
I'm happy about that.
The Rock confirmed that we get in the.
I think it's going to surpass the animated.
I don't know about that, buddy. Let's do that one. I ain't gonna lie, buddy. Relax.
Jesus Christ is not going to beat it. Just
Jesus
The Rock.
Christ, we'll help you, buddy.
Jesus.
Okay.
I'm just saying it will help you very well. I think you should go to church every other day.
Whose alarm's going off?
Damn, Max, that's your alarm. You go to sleep every day?
No.
Oh, that is a Joe alarm.
I mean, he needs that.
I mean, he does need that.
Right. Max, go ahead.
How many Fast and Furious movies are there? 6 or
there's
10?
like 10.
There's
10.
Oh,
10. Yeah.
I thought this was one of the last ones. Okay,
no, this is the 6th one.
I think that still had Paul Walker in the.
Well, this was, well, to give context,
is this the wait? Then is this Paul Walker's last movie?
No, the next one.
I mean, but 7 was where they did other stuff, right?
Yeah, this was his last movie during his lifetime before he died.
I don't think my favorite of the 3 is X-Men: Days of Futures Past. I know Inception made a lot of money, but I think it's Fast and Furious 6. I think it's.
You got the roll cut?
Yes, it's amazing.
Yes. They should have never caught her. They should have never caught her the stuff in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Did you say Fast 6, Max?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fast 6, you mean?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with Fast and Furious 6.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Joe?
I don't know. My favorite is Days of Future Past, but I have a feeling that it's probably Inception.
Was that?
I do think it's one of Christopher Nolan's non-Batman movies and non-Oppenheimer that made the most money, besides Oppenheimer and Batman movies. But I still don't think it's past.
They're confirmed they're doing a 10-year re-release this month.
You say Inception, Joe?
Yeah, I'm going with Inception.
Okay. RJ?
I have to agree with Joe. I think Inception is probably Christopher Nolan's. You have to remember the context too, that Inception was his first movie post Dark Knight. So like the hype for Nolan was like at an all-time high.
And he still has the hype. And he still has the hype.
Yeah, I think this movie really capitalized off the Nolan hype post Dark Knight. So I got to go with Inception.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Inception as well. One of the probably like top 10 Nolan best movies ever. So yeah.
All right. And the answer is
yes, sir.
Wow, I didn't think it made that much. Okay.
That's a lot.
Oh,
It beat Oppenheimer for
It
his
made
own-
wow, that's a lot more money than both those.
And I believe Leo won the Oscar that year.
I didn't think Days of Future Past made it in like over 500. I thought it was like 400.
I think Days of Future Past like the highest grossing X-Men movie.
Yeah, it's the highest grossing
wow,
X-Men
okay.
movie ever. Yeah. Which I mean, it's a good ass movie.
Well, it makes sense too because you were combining both casts and you brought back.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
And then after that one dog shit.
No.
Yeah.
Apocalypse is a great movie.
Oh my
No,
god,
it's not.
bro.
No,
yes,
it's
it
not.
is.
No,
Joe,
it's not.
Joe,
you are mentally ill. You are mentally ill.
X-Men Apocalypse is a great movie.
No.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Oh
yes!
I keep saying it's got my
bro.
favorite scene in any of the X-Men movies.
Please help him, man.
There's some great Quicksilver stuff there.
Yeah, the Sweet Dreams scene is the best scene in any X-Men movie.
It has a great Wolverine scene.
It has great moments, but like as a whole movie, it's not good. Like Apocalypse is like butchered as a character.
The Egyptian mutants at the beginning is awesome. Like the start of the mutants.
It's
really
probably the fourth best X-Men movie.
The fourth one.
Thank you, Jade. All right.
I haven't seen Apocalypse in a while, so I forgot how I liked it. I don't know.
The first 30 minutes I left. I never saw it again after
The scene with Magneto is really good too.
And I saw a whole video and I was like, oh my god, that's the
like I said, Apocalypse has great moments and some great scenes, but as a whole, it's not a good movie.
It's just dog shit, bro.
I disagree with that. I'd say it's
Man, get some help.
It'd be nice.
No, I'm joking. It's bro, relax. Like, damn, I don't mean it. Like, damn.
Okay. Blue Jay, go ahead here.
Oh, chapter 3. I love this one. Wait, first of all, before we go anywhere, can we please get?
Oh my god!
Can we please get the Harley spin-off movie from John Wick? Everybody's getting a spin-off, but why not her? Please.
Maybe she doesn't want to do one.
No, I don't. Give her $50 million.
Halle Bailey can use the work, honestly.
Yeah,
I
like,
love Halle Bailey.
I love her,
Very
bro.
much.
Like,
She could
give
use
me a
the work.
spin-off of her character. Come on.
Can I go now?
Yes.
Yeah. Anna's getting one. Why not her?
Yeah, go ahead. And then he starts talking again. Yeah, go ahead. We'll go ahead, Blue Jay.
Isaac.
I'm gonna go with John Wick Chapter 3.
Solid choice, Isaac. Solid.
Cool. Max.
Quiet Place was really well regarded, especially since it was John Krasinski's first directorial debut and a new property, new IP that, you know, the little movie perp that doesn't, where he's missing. Prequel. He always is like, we need, and now it's become an IP. But I don't think it like lit the world on fire with box office. John Wick is really well regarded, but I don't think it makes as much money as people think it does. It's making progressively more money each time. You know, it's like one of those rare instances where the sequels are starting to make more money than the first. Like the first John Wick was kind of like a hidden gem. It did okay at the theater, and then on VOD, VOD and rental, it did great. John Wick, and that's why the sequels got made, is because people found it after the fact, and then progressively made more. I think Free Guy. I don't. Was that released during the pandemic or before or what?
Post pandemic.
I would say Free Guy. I think Free Guy.
Okay.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
I don't think there's any chance it was Free Guy because of when it got released. However, I love that movie so much. I want to put my faith in it, and I'm going to say Free Guy, even though I think it's probably wrong.
Okay.
All right. RJ?
I don't think it's Free Guy. It was released in 2021. I know August 2021, the pandemic wasn't as bad, but I still don't think it made that much money, sadly. It's an okay movie. I enjoyed it for what it was. John Wick 3, I know made a decent amount of money. I don't think it made like a ton of money, but given the budget, I think I'm gonna go A Quiet Place though, because I feel like that I have to disagree with Max. I think it was a big moment because I remember people rushing out to the theaters because it was all like the whole challenge of like, can you stay quiet during the entire movie, not make a sound? Remember that whole trend back then?
I did.
I wish they do it for every movie.
There was like a whole trend of like don't make any noise, right? Like the marketing for that movie was crazy.
Oh, trust me, can
that's how to fix movie theaters, Joe.
Employ
the monsters from A Quiet Place. So if anyone speaks, they take them out of the movie.
The teenagers, to get the teenagers to stop talking.
Just get them out of there. Get them out of there.
This is The Quiet Place. If you start speaking, those monsters.
Plus, again, I think it made so much money on such a low budget. That's why Paramount made
profitable.
It was so profitable. They made a sequel
But this isn't the profitable. This isn't the profitable game.
No, I know, but I'm going my instincts though. I think it's A Quiet Place.
All right, go ahead, Anthony.
I'm gonna go with The Quiet Place.
What is
sing again
on tonight?
The Quiet Place. The Quiet Place.
Why are you singing so much?
He probably smoked a little bit before this.
No, plus The Quiet Place. It's a good ass movie.
For Anthony, if you know what I'm saying.
But I think we should have got a third one instead of a prequel. But you know, that's John IP.
Well, we're getting a prequel after this, though. We're getting a sequel after this. Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways,
Anthony Cheese says theaters are A Quiet Place. No one's there.
Damn.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that is tough. That's tough. Yeah.
All right. And the answer is.
Ooh! Wow. Oh. Okay.
See, I thought Free Guy did better than people were expecting. I thought it did.
I mean, it didn't do great though. I mean,
isn't Free Guy's good in a sequel?
Is it?
I don't know. I don't see sequel. I see.
I think it was a standalone movie, just a one-off.
I remember they said there was going to be a sequel when it came out.
Yeah,
I haven't heard any movement on it though.
I told you about John Wick,
bro. This is the only clip. The clip where Sean Levy and Taika Waititi talking about the characters is always trend, and for whatever people just hate those two guys. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Well, also going to mention though, like I know John Wick doesn't seem like a lot, but we have to remember the John Wick movies are very cheap to make. They made a lot of profit.
Yeah, they're probably profitable. They don't make as much as you would think they would make more.
There's a reason why they have 3 spin-offs in the works. Yeah. They have the new one that was announced.
They're perfect for rewatchability. Yeah, and that's what really helps with rental.
Like I said though, A Quiet Place. I mean, listen, A Quiet Place didn't make a ton of money, but like it made money. Like there was
I wonder if the prequel will make a ton of money.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm sure it will. but
I mean,
it's
it,
not
it doesn't need to make the budget should not be that high.
In a violent nature. No, I haven't seen.
No, I think Perp saw that probably.
Yeah. Well, that is let me run down the score. All right. Thank you.
Are you guys
Thank
clapping or
over.
what? What are you
Yes. What did you do for this show tonight, RJ? Did you just show up?
No, I'm saying like that sound is
Blue Jay
weird.
prepared.
It doesn't sound like you're clapping.
That doesn't sound like a clap. It sounds like something else.
Stop! It's getting worse.
I got the clap off of TikTok.
All right, let me look at the score. All right, Max, 3 points. Isaac, you have 1 point. Don't worry, you'll get there, buddy. You'll probably beat the number one champion at one time. Joe has 2, and Anthony and RJ, Googler ass Anthony, both have 5 points.
Wow, I got a perfect score. Let's go.
Cool.
Freaking Anthony.
RJ got it.
I mean, but me and RJ are tied.
RJ,
who wins?
And
wait. We should do like a photo finish round to see who wins between Anthony and me.
I'm gonna to celebrate the summer.
Never gonna happen.
Celebrate the summer months. I'm gonna try to put together some gifts in June.
Well, I'm not
June.
gonna.
I'm finally setting a date, Blue Jay. June, when you get back from your trip too, I'm gonna get some gift cards or something, and then people with the most points, I'll sit in my Blockbuster shirt, and I'll change my background. And I'll put VHS tapes here, and you can pick the VHS tapes, and
you should get.
They're gonna be a prize.
Max, you should get you should get an Apple one, Google Play one, and PlayStation and Xbox one.
What I could do is I could put some
Why not?
tapes will minus your points. Some tapes might have cash or a gift card in it.
Sure. I'll be on vacation.
I'll figure it out.
I'll be on vacation.
Yeah, I'm gonna put together. I'll put together another box office game for like summer movies since we're in summer now. Summer movie box.
That'd be a good idea.
That is.
Go ahead, RJ.
So what do me and Anthony win tonight?
Nothing tonight. I don't have any gifts.
We don't get nothing. We won, but we get nothing.
You have to keep. We're gonna start keeping a score all together. I don't know when you want. June. The first time we do this in June is when we start. We're starting fresh.
Come on, this is like a holiday weekend. Give me like Dairy Queen.
If I had to give someone, if I have to give a prize to someone, it's not Anthony because he always gets everything right.
I wasn't even here last week, so
I wasn't here last week either.
RJ, I got your prize. Give me your mailing address. Give me your mailing address because you have just won this used copy of F Troop Season 1 on DVD. Every episode of Season 1 of F Troop in glorious standard definition.
RJ doesn't know what that is.
What the hell is F Troop?
I know what that is.
Man, Forrest Tucker and Larry Storch, Ken Barry. The end of the Civil War was near. Yeah,
I mean,
yours, man.
You can get RJ.
There you go, RJ.
Is that a prize?
Yes.
Thank you.
You can.
I don't know what that is. Okay.
Hold on. Hold on. Me get out here real quick. There you go, RJ. You can have a car.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is that a mini? Wait, is that a mini fridge?
That's a Fast and Furious car.
Wait, is that a mini fridge behind you?
Yeah.
A mini fridge?
No, it's precious. Oh. I bought that for a reason. I don't want to get up and get to the kitchen.
Are you watching yourself in the background?
No.
Clip that, someone clip that.
I actually had a question.
Joe does that.
Yeah, I actually had a question for everyone since we're done with the box office.
Well, we got to end on Blue Jay stream. Go sub to Blue Jay. Thank you for all the support. And yes, I'm money's been tight, but I'm finally going to get some gifts. We'll call it Blockbuster or Bust. And the way you get it is you get points doing Blue Jays games. And the person that has the most points gets the pick first. And there'll be some prizes stuck up the VHS sleeves.
I'm glad you said VHS sleeves. I was afraid to hear where they were stuck up.
We're about to say RJ.
Go ahead, RJ.
Oh
Did
no,
you forget?
I was just gonna ask if anyone's seen My Adventures with Superman season 2 yet. I've
No,
not. Been,
I didn't see his first one. I want to see the first one.
First 2 episodes are really fun.
Okay, because I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna probably watch it tomorrow, but I'm just curious.
I thought you were going to say I'm going to watch F Troop.
I've heard nothing but good things about that show, but I can't do it because
of the animation style.
Yeah, it's too anime for me.
What?
I hear it's fantastic.
Well, it's not as anime as you think. It's not like it's very like crazy or anything like that.
It's not crazy. It's not crazy.
It's
not over
very
the top.
That's a very mundane look to it. Whenever characters are just kind of just walking around.
It's 2D animation.
Whenever the action goes around, it does get a
breaking news.
Oh my God, Max, what is it?
Goodness,
there's really good news. If everyone's been following my good news of Twitter, there's these amazing water guns. I found them for sale.
You bought it
on AliExpress.
How much?
Oh no.
Yes, and
I
want to get some of these. Now this ad is kind of scary.
Oh,
that this little girl.
Yes, I saw
but
that.
these are high.
That looks disturbing.
I know it does look disturbing. Let alone that,
you should buy it.
Yeah, you could get. Let me see. I could get 3. I want to get a few. There's green. I don't want it to look like that. Looks too much like. How do they even sell it? That looks like I don't.
It looks like a. Yeah, it looks like.
Why is the barrel orange?
It's a extendo.
So I'll save if I get 3.
It's a Glock 19 with extendo.
Yeah, but these are ridiculous squirt guns. Joe, are you gonna? If I get some of these, are we gonna have a squirt gun battle?
Sure, but I'd like to point out Ryan thinks that RJ should get a copy of the Thunderbirds. I don't have the series, but I do have both of the Thunderbirds movies on DVD. So there you go. You could get Thunderbirds or Go or the Thunderbirds.
Do you know what Thunderbirds is, RJ? Do you know what Thunderbirds is?
I think I've heard of that.
So there's these, and then there's also these. Like I want to get that and some water grenades and have like a blast of the summer. I think when my friend Cyrus is coming, we're gonna go to the lake. We're gonna get some water guns and some grenades, some water grenades. You ever have those in the past? That's fun. And then there's these shoot a big thing of water too.
Get that one. Yeah, get that one. That's
powerful.
Just don't fill them with urine. That's gross.
No, why would you put that out into the world?
I told you not to. I told you not to.
Yeah, people do.
I know who does that.
Did you ever see The Boy Who Could Fly?
No.
The end of The Boy Who Could Fly. The bullies won't let Fred Savage get around the block, and he pulls out the water guns, and they're like, "We're not afraid of water gun." And he's like, "There's not water in this. It's piss." And he starts shooting them, and then they get out of his way.
Oh, I did not see that. That's horrendous. All right. Okay, Ryan's. We're gonna do the mailbag now. It's
a fail bag.
It's not a fail bag.
Didn't you only have one question the other day?
Yeah, because you put it out late. I saw that one. I was like, come on. You expect people
the writing is very deep. See, Ryan says the writing's really decent. Joe.
In what?
Avengers of Superman.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard it's great. It's just not for me.
Although it might get canceled because of James Gunn, we'll see.
All right, let me get to the mailbag.
Hopefully, it doesn't get canceled because they already said they have season 3 and 4 workout. So,
and thank you everyone for being here, and I hope you still enjoy your day off tomorrow. A lot of us have days off. If you have to work, I feel you. I've been there.
I do not work. Thank God.
Yes. All right.
You work tomorrow, Max?
No, I have off tomorrow.
It sounded like you said Ophelia.
Max is gonna be on Xbox all day.
No, we're going to see Furiosa.
Who here's a fan? Who here's a fan of Warehouse 13?
I never heard of that.
13? Oh my God, it was a great Sci-Fi Channel show. But it was like the guy and the girl they were like partners. It was kind of like had an X-Files.
I stopped watching Sci-Fi after they canceled Krypton. I was like, yeah.
Oh well, this was before Krypton. But
yeah, I know.
Yeah, they had this brother sister kind of vibe where they would tease each other. And he finds out her first name's Ophelia, so then he kept calling her Ophelia Boobies.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
If anyone any panelists want to think of a question too, for one question before we end the show, we'll do mailbag and we'll do this.
You can think of it.
A topic you want to cover before we go to, like Isaac, if you have some. I think Isaac's in the mailbag, but if there's anything else you want to talk about, think about it, Isaac. You don't have to answer now. Before we end the show, we'll go back to you, see if you want to talk about any other topic. Joe, Blue Jay, RJ, Anthony,
I'm actually going to run because it's kind of late. It's like past midnight.
Well, thanks, Joe. Take care. Be safe. You're going to another movie tomorrow?
Garfield, man. I'm so excited. I've been looking forward. We were supposed to see Garfield today, and then my daughter got sick and couldn't go to the theater.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope she feels better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think she's already feeling better, but
that's good.
Yeah, Garfield.
Oh.
All right.
Wait, Joe, can I ask you a question first?
Yeah.
Have you seen John Campia's review for Garfield yet?
I did. Yeah, I know he didn't like it.
Yeah.
But you know, John Campia, he's been saying for months something that I like him. I think he's a pretty smart guy, but occasionally he says some pretty dumb things. And for months he's been saying, why are they making a Garfield movie? Why are they making a Garfield? Garfield's not popular anymore. Well, that's the point. You need to keep refreshing these IPs for the next generation. No one is going to hear about them if you don't bring them back. It's the perfect example I always go to is the 2008 Chipmunks movie. In 2008, no kids gave a damn about the Chipmunks anymore, but they put the movie out. The movie became popular. Then the Chipmunks
now we don't got no Chipmunk movies.
Yeah, and they made like 5 sequels to that.
Joe, would you support Garfield going to VOD early?
No.
Sony,
and
Sony
I don't
will.
believe it won't because Sony doesn't really pull that crap.
Sony has to deal with Netflix.
So, yeah, Sony knows the importance of the theater. Sony, I really love Sony's stance on the theatrical experience. It's one of the reasons Quentin Tarantino said he wants his next movie to come from Sony because he knows it'll get a full theatrical run there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why Nolan is staying at Universal.
Well, thanks, Joe.
Because they're giving that guarantee.
And then we'll do some of this mailbag.
Let's go. Come on.
All right. So the first question here is
Toby.
What'd you call him? Chubby Teddy. Should Mel Gibson play Mad Max again? Yes.
Sure.
And have Tom Hardy be Feral Kid, young Mad Max like the fan theories, or just keep it as is?
Yes. Why not?
I'll
be dope, but
George Miller doesn't want to do it.
But yeah, George Miller, they asked him about that. He's like, nope. I'm working.
He's like, I haven't even thought about it.
I'm doing the next one with Tom Hardy.
Yeah. They actually, can I be real? I think the only way that he's gonna be
Mel Gibson one.
No. I think the only way a studio is gonna put the money behind another Mad Max saga movie, if Furiosa doesn't improve worldwide, is if they bring Max back.
Well, they already talked about the next Mad Max movie being about Mad Max.
Warner Brothers doesn't care.
No, I know that he's talked about that, RJ. But I think the only way studios going to back the project and pay for it is if they bring back Mad Max.
Well, Warner Brothers already gave him the green light to make the other one. So they didn't care about. But is he going to appear in the next Mad Max movie?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. We'll see.
Because if it's a sequel to Tom Hardy,
probably not. I don't.
Blue Jay Isaac, would you be up for Mel Gibson returning?
I'll let Isaac go.
I would love to see him back.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
I don't like things he said. I mean, you have to whenever you bring Mel Gibson. I don't like the things he said.
Mel Gibson. Yeah, I don't know. Even George is like, I don't know.
I forget sometimes that Mel Gibson played Max.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, very young.
I mean, to me, I don't matter. It don't matter to me. I don't really care who's playing. Honestly, I mean.
Oh, Isaac has a great question here. It's about kart racers. Thank you, Isaac. Which racing game do you like more, Mario Kart, Sonic All-Star Racing, or Disney Speedstorm? I have to say Disney Speedstorm has surpassed Mario Kart for me. It's very hard because I like Sonic All-Star Racing transformed to a really good kart racer.
Mario Kart is more fast-paced and than Speedstorm. As I got Speedstorm.
No, you have to upgrade.
I don't know. Mario Kart's more fast paced to me when it comes to like high octane action and stuff like that. And
all right,
I don't know. I played a little bit of Speedstorm. It's all right.
You haven't played enough if you're just saying it's all right.
Okay.
We know Mario's the better any day, any era in Sonic.
I like Sonic All-Star Racing too. That's also fun as well.
Yeah.
I just think that sometimes we have a kart racing game that's trying to be like Mario Kart. Don't really.
Max doesn't like the live action movies. No.
RJ, what do you think? Is the Mario Kart top for you?
Yeah, I think Mario Kart's always going to be on top for me personally.
I do also, I love Crash Team Racing as well. It still holds up great for sure. But I would probably put my top 3 Speedstorm, and Disney Infinity 3 had Star Wars and Marvel and all those characters racing together. It's just the racing mode was so small, there wasn't enough tracks, but that was awesome too. Then I would go Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed, Crash Team Racing, and then Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart series. But I think I actually liked the 3DS version the best. Mario Kart 7 was really cool. That had the most innovation besides Double Dash. Isaac, did you have a favorite kart racing?
All three of the games are fun, but I kind of like. I would probably go with between Disney Speedstorm or Mario Kart. I like those two. I think they were fun.
Isaac thank you, Isaac. Isaac has a question directly for Blue Jay. Out of these 2 bad movies, oh no, this is for Anthony too. Out of these 2 bad Sony movies, and you're really, Isaac, I know what you're doing. You're set up an Anthony rant. Marvel movies. What would you rather watch again, Morbius or Madam Web? What would you rather watch again?
Man, I would rather shoot my 2 feet, but
no, that's not answer.
I think Morbius.
Morbius over Madam Web?
Sure, because it has some funny parts in it, and Michael Keaton and it has Michael Keaton with that terrible post-credit scene.
Blue Jay, what do you think? Would you want to go more?
It has to do something with our Spider guy. How do you even know who the fuck is Spider-Man? Like how? and also,
what was it?
And also, where do you even get your suit?
Okay.
Where? Like, come on, yeah. Other than that, Morbius, sure.
Okay.
Out of these, Morbius and Madam Web. I own Morbius. I'm not afraid to admit that.
I own it because it's a part of the Marvel Sony collection. So
Morbius is more. To me, it's not as bad as people make it out to be. It's more of an. I don't know. It's more interesting to me. Madam Web is a different kind of bad because
that movie got shot.
Did y'all ever watch Double Toasted? They did a bad movie review of the movie, and they
roasted the shit out of that movie. Oh my god,
they roasted the crap. I was laughing my ass off. They were picking up like movie goofs and stuff, like shitty ADRs and stuff like that. The filmmaking.
Oh yeah, the girl in the office talking to the villain. Oh my god, that is horrible.
God, that was terrible. That's a lot of
his mouth was not even moving. I was like, what the?
Yeah, that was god awful. Yeah, but Madam Web was but Madam Web is still pretty bad. But
I think they're both good movies.
I'm a little loosened up. I'm a little lightened up with it. That still doesn't change the fact that it's still a piece of garbage. But I would rather watch Morbius than Madam Web. To be honest with you.
I liked both of them.
I thought they could have been. I mean, they weren't amazing.
No, please don't use the word like.
I liked both of them. They were fun watches.
Oh my god,
bro!
It's not like it was
EAW
Catwoman.
is ass.
Catwoman was. I can't. I couldn't watch Catwoman.
Catwoman was
Berry.
Catwoman's like funny bad.
Well, yeah, because I mostly pick on Catwoman for the editing, because I feel like this movie and Madam Web and Catwoman both have the same editing.
They do.
Issues and stuff, because like all the quick cuts and stuff. Like, bro, who knows how to edit a movie? Please, it's not that hard.
I think I would go. I think Morbius is a better movie than Madam Web. I would, if Madam Web was going somewhere where I liked what they were at the end where they're working together.
Well, Madam Web has the concept for Madam Web sounds interesting for a movie. It just wasn't well executed.
And also the character is older. She's not supposed to be effing young. Like that's what they should have.
Well, we have to go.
They should have got Helen Berry, Helen, whatever.
We should go a little quicker through the mailbag. So RJ, your pick, and then Isaac, you have to answer this too. RJ, what would you pick? Watch it again.
I refuse to answer.
No, you don't. You can't. That's not the game. You're gonna.
Just say Morbius,
Isaac
man.
went to the mailbag. He made a topic for us. You have to answer, or I'm gonna make you watch one.
Oh, real. Madam Web watch party, please.
Ooh.
Madam Web has pretty people to look at, I guess.
Ooh, how you're objectifying women. Great job, RJ. Okay, Isaac. Isaac, go ahead.
I would go with Morbius. I can never watch Madam Web again in my life.
All right.
And unfortunately, Sony ruined our chance of seeing Morbius versus Blade. That's not
the
happening.
Catwoman suit movie suit is goated.
I mean,
it's a horrible suit. It's a horrible suit, but I mean, you can't deny you like.
I think the other Catwoman suits are sexier. If we're going for that.
Zoe Kravitz sexier, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Well,
sexier.
If you think about it, people does Halloween costumes of that Catwoman. So,
what's funny? There was a episode of Big Bang Theory when someone. One of the characters dressed as Catwoman.
RJ Anthony's asking you, Matt Smith isn't a good enough looker for you.
Dude, honestly, here's the truth.
RJ
RJ really objectified the actresses and said, I'd rather look at them, even though the movies are both bad.
Well, let me explain too. Morbius is just boring. It's not funny bad. It's just boring bad. The only funny bad part of the movie is the freaking Matt Smith dress up scene. That's the only funny part of the movie because how bad it is.
Have sex.
Yeah, with that horrible song, right? Madam Web is just so bad it's funny. Yeah, you just can't help but laugh at how inept it is. Like at least that one's like it's funny bad. Like it's a funny bad movie.
The production of the movie,
RJ was up for Matt Smith to become.
I think Morbius had better action. Like it delivered more there.
Morbius I think had a little bit, but like it's just so boring.
Unfortunately, we will never get to see Matt Smith in a comic book movie again after Morbius.
I think you will. Eventually.
Maybe
Jacob McKenzie says thoughts on Lady Gaga. Says her version of Harley Quinn in Joker 2 is really vulnerable and very authentic to the movie.
Nice.
What I will say is I've never done anything like I've done this movie before.
Can't wait to see it. I can't wait.
I'm my most anticipated. I also think that's not going to have the box office problems that we've gotten so far this year. I doubt it. I
think maybe Deadpool or Joker could be the highest two movies of this year.
Anthony Cheeseman asks if you could go back in time and go to any premiere opening night in history. Would definitely the original Star Wars, New Hope.
Star Wars. I already went to the Titanic one. I did Avatar. Infinity War.
If I want to go back to
Back to the Future.
I would want one that I haven't experienced yet debut. Go ahead.
I would like to go see a movie that I grew up watching, but I was like too young to go see it in a theater. It's probably Bad Boys 2.
Oh, yeah, to go right there.
Bad Boys 2. What else? The Lion King '94.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I did see that.
Do you know Jeremy Iron was singing the song yesterday?
The Phantom Menace premiere.
For the 30th anniversary. The Phantom Menace premiere. Oh my god, that was lit.
I was waiting in line at the Phantom Menace premiere.
Yeah, and you got smacked? No, I'm playing.
Oh yeah, I will go. Oh yeah, I should go back.
Somebody got smacked when we was watching that one. Toy Story.
All right, so,
yes, Toy Story will be.
So from now on, for the questions, if someone wants to add to it, say stop and add your 2 cents so we can get through them faster.
So, anyways,
does anyone want to add theirs?
No.
No, go ahead.
Okay, Isaac, did you want to or no?
Oh, what
movie premiere would you go back to in history? If like you'd see it in the movie theater, if you're maybe younger, maybe like Back to the Future or the original Star Wars, would you like to be the opening night?
Oh, I would definitely go with the Star Wars. I would love to like see how that what was the first experience watching that movie in theaters.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, Jacob says thoughts on Richard Gadd, Oliver Jackson Cohen, McCad Brooks, Joel McHale, and Tobin Bell join Gareth Edwards' upcoming Jurassic World sequel, releasing July 2nd,
That's a rumor. It's rumored that they joined.
I can tell you right now, that movie is not releasing July 2nd.
That's definitely not.
That movie is not. That movie is not being released next year.
How can Gareth do a CGI movie under 6 months? It's just
Hey Cal, how's it going?
Under 1 year. We was about to end that. Okay. Oh yeah, his in his ass.
Well, he's gonna try. He's gonna try. We'll keep trying. Okay, I am all for. I love Gareth Edwards. I like Rogue One. I like the original Godzilla that he started the MonsterVerse with, and I really like the creator. So I'm really happy that he's getting this opportunity to make a big box.
And that's a good cast, like Joe Kinnaman. Naked Brooks, he's the guy who played Jimmy in Supergirl and in the Mortal Kombat movie as well. So yeah, that's good.
Jacob also.
Oh my God, your mic.
What about it? Is it broke? Is it fucked up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go to you. We'll still go to you. Are you excited about the new Jurassic World with Gareth Edwards, Cal?
No, I care about Jurassic Park. I can't believe my mic keeps doing this. I gotta fix that somehow. My bad. But anyway, I just wanted to say I watched Furiosa tonight. It's really good. I like it a lot. It wasn't Furiosa, but it's still good. It's still a good movie. Even though Anna Taylor barely said anything in the movie. It's more of a visual. Yeah, it's more of a visual movie. You know what I'm saying? It's more visual. But it's really good. I like Chris Hemsworth is amazing in it. He's really great in it.
That's great. I'm seeing it tomorrow, Cal. I'm seeing it tomorrow.
Okay, well, good. It's more like oh shit! I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, the whole mic thing's throwing me off. I just wanted to say I'm getting out of here. I just wanted to say that it's a good movie. Furiosa is good, not as good as Mad Max, Fury Road, but it deserves to be up there. It deserves to be up there. And once you able to, when you can see Furiosa and then go straight into Fury Road and watch it, you know what I mean? It's going to make a big difference for for that franchise. But anyway, I'm out, Max. I'll see you.
Well, thanks for bringing that, Cal. That you got me hyped to see it tomorrow. So thank you for stopping by. And then Rhea also adds, I think a younger Furiosa had more character acting, was more memorable for her personally than the other version of Furiosa. All right, so let me get back to the mailbag here. Thoughts on Anya Taylor-Joy on her eagerness to shave her head for Furiosa. I've been wanting to do it forever, my whole life. Other people have an attachment to my hair, and I'm like, F you, I want it gone. George Miller then said, oh, it's too beautiful, we can't cut it.
Damn.
I'll tell you what, my first time shaving my head was a few years ago in the pandemic.
Was last year, I remember.
Yeah, and it was liberating. I was like, wow, this is great.
I think everyone should try it.
Some people's like, well, no, it's my hair. I could do whatever I want. If I want to go bald,
RJ, have you ever shaved your head?
Like going bald?
Like shave? Oh, Blue Jay had to go. Thanks, Blue Jay.
Yeah, I'm talking about like going like I've ever
just
like
shave
gone
it.
bald.
It's like, yeah, just shave it all the way down.
I mean, I haven't gone bald. No.
Oh. Isaac, did you ever want to shave? Did you ever have a really close?
I mean, I cut my hair short, but I don't go bald.
No, I never have.
I'd recommend it. It's fun.
Don't
especially in the
Max.
summer.
Don't listen to Max.
Anthony, I heard you don't have any hair.
That's a lie. Okay, sure.
I'm just kidding. I have no idea what's going on with his towers. Cut nothing. Okay, so that's awesome that you wanted to do that. Max, major franchises returning with new films in 2025. Saw, Five Nights at Freddy, Avatar, Zootopia, Minecraft, Superman, Knives Out, 28 Days Later, Jurassic World, Mortal Kombat, Mission Impossible, How to Train Your Dragon.
God damn, that's a lot of holy
franchises. How there's still life in How to Train Your Dragon.
2025 is gonna be huge for theater and for the theater industry this year. Yeah.
If you were executive, would you greenlight all these movies, RJ? Or is there any ones that you'd be like, I don't know about that one?
I mean, everything on here, I'd say looks solid. I'd be a little concerned about Saw. Well, no,
so the last 1 minute.
Yeah,
I don't know if the Zootopia audience is still there. I don't know about that.
I think it will be.
They've been asking for a sequel for the last 5 years.
Yeah, honestly, all of these seem like good ideas. Like I would definitely make these.
Yeah,
from a business perspective, at least, I would definitely try and make them, and hopefully they make money.
Personally, I
want to see Zootopia too. I just don't know if
I would take out if I would take out Mortal Kombat because the last one.
No. Your ass.
I will change it and do 8 episodes to 10 episodes.
They have Carl Urban as Johnny Cage.
That should be a TV show.
No.
Sorry, Mortal Kombat.
No, I would try and do another Mortal Kombat movie.
Whatever.
I would do another crack at it.
Sure. I guess the last one was chopped up into 3,000.
That was profitable. Pieces. It was profitable.
It did make money during the pandemic. It did.
Bro, that movie was chopped up into 10,000 pieces. You could see while watching it. But other than, hopefully this one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would give it another crack at it.
And maybe Minecraft and How to Train Your Dragon. Other than that, that's it.
Jacob also says thoughts on the writers' room for The Boys season 5 begun about a month ago. Awesome.
This upcoming season.
I have a feeling the 5th season will likely be the last one.
Nah,
but Ryan, I agree. I was on that too until Gareth Edwards joined, and then I got excited.
Yeah, until Gareth Edwards as well. But
I was right there with you until Gareth Edwards.
I agree with Ryan. Well, this upcoming season storyline is about the virus. So, if anyone watched Gen V, then you will know the virus.
Furiosa earns 25.6 domestically, 58.9 worldwide. Its opening weekend film budget 168 million. One of the worst box office for Memorial Day and weekend in decades.
God damn, that's sad.
Hopefully it gets some type of boost tomorrow. Maybe people are waiting until Monday. I don't know.
The only good news is that this upcoming weekend, the final week of May, like nothing comes out this week. So but then first week of June we got Bad Boys. So it's got one more week to make money. So hopefully some people show up.
Thoughts on Bad Boys ride or die director Bilal Falal when asking if he's directing Spider-Man 4. Oh, that's the Batgirl directors, right?
Yeah.
I cannot talk about that.
Those two guys are rumored to be doing the next Spider-Man movie for Sony.
I could see that.
I'd be down for that.
Awesome.
I could see that. Okay. You skipped Jacob's question about putting them the cup on the apes. Yeah.
No, I'll get to it.
Oh.
Okay. I don't. I'm for them directing it. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man 4 because I think it's going to have Daredevil and Kingpin.
Yeah.
So I think
maybe
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes has grossed $300 million at the worldwide box office. The film had a budget of $160 million. That's great.
That's good.
I think it's
that was the only
way.
Successful movie in May.
Yeah, it's basically the only successful movie this month,
and that's good because people love the apes.
I think Bad Boys, when it comes out, it's going to be a success.
Oh,
I hope so. I hope so.
Ray, they were gonna direct that movie, the actual movie. They were gonna direct that, but drop out because they were doing Bad Boys 4 and the Batgirl movie. So.
Oh, and don't let me forget before we end. Vince has a video. Oh, Blue Jay left already. Darn it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Vince. I do have I was going to show that, but Blue Jay left. That's all right. We'll still make fun of Blue Jay while he's not here. It might be better actually.
Any good night?
Okay, so Garfield movie crossed 90 million at the worldwide box office. The film had a budget of 60.
It's already making
only 60 million. Wow,
yeah,
that
was
is
super cheap to make. Yeah,
it's already making. It probably only needs 150 million. It breaks even.
I'm sorry, Vince. I was gonna show. He didn't. He just like left and put in the chat. You know, I'm sorry. I was gonna show it after the mailbag. I'll still show it. But that's great. I think that studios should examine each project and do more animated features for sure.
I agree.
Look at what anime does. Is not they do some adult.
Yeah, it's a different audience though.
Well, why can't that be what the US does too?
Because it just depends. I like sometimes
it depends on the characters, I guess.
Yeah, and it just depends because like some stuff like hits and some stuff doesn't. I don't know. It's weird.
John Krasinski's If crossed 98 million at the worldwide box office. The film had $110 million budget.
God damn, I love John, but brother, why couldn't this be an animated movie?
Well, it's and again, not to comment on the news that happened. That's not going to help.
Yeah,
anything right now.
He's a good director, but like, bro, like,
wait,
why
are you saying that?
be...
Wait, real quick, are you saying that happened during a screening of If?
That's what I heard.
Oh wow! Oof.
No, but it's not going to help movies in general either this week.
Yeah,
no,
like,
I know. Like, I didn't hear about it until now though, so it must have been like.
Yeah, like I don't know why John. This would have been perfect if it was an animated movie. But hey, that's Universal's pocket.
You know, it might have legs on it. We'll see.
It's Paramount.
I do think this.
Paramount,
I think this movie will do good on VOD, but it might go to
straight. Yeah, these types of movies always. Yeah.
Giancarlo Esposito teases that his MCU character will appear in an upcoming series. The MCU has knocked on my door, and it's a role you won't predict. It'll be teased, and there'll be a series afterwards. It's promising a series.
It's original character, so I don't know what type of original character he's talking about.
Yeah.
And maybe a new character that was introduced in the comic recently, something. I don't know. We'll see. And they're good for him. Like he already said he talked to DC as well, so he's gonna join that. So good for him. He could be in two universes.
George Lucas dogs Martin Scorsese. Look, cinema is the art of a moving image. So if the image moves, then it's cinema. I think Marty has kind of changed his mind a little bit.
I don't think so, George. I don't think so. I really don't.
I don't Matt Steve CU confirmed creatives. James Gunn, Superman Legacy, Creatures creative Peacemaker, Craig Gillespie, Anna Noguera, Supergirl, Andy Muschietti, Batman Brave the Bold, James Mangold, Swamp Thing is very preliminary for both of these two.
Yeah, I believe that James Mangold more than the Bat.
Lindelof, Tom King, Chris Mundy, The Lanterns, Matt Reeves, Arkham Asylum, Crystal Henry, and Jerry McCarver Waller. I haven't heard that really progressed either.
Waller, I think, will move forward probably sometime next year.
Yeah, because it was supposed to come out next year with the Peacemaker season 2, but that.
Yeah, I think what they're doing is Peacemaker season 2 will come out first, and then we'll get the segue into the Waller show.
Not necessarily Cheeseman. He's pretty much got his choice of which. James Mangold has his choice of which movie. There's multiple studios knocking down his door.
We have to remember James Mangold right now, he's filming his Bob Dylan movie with Timothy Chalamet. And then afterward, he's likely doing Swamp Thing.
Yes,
because I don't think he's going to do a Star Wars movie now.
No, he said whichever script come in first, either the Star Wars or Swamp Thing. That's what he said last year. So, the Bob Dylan one is made by Searchlight Pictures by Disney. So,
Thoughts on Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos argue that Barbie and Oppenheimer will be just as big on Netflix. Absolutely no.
No.
There was I saw people dressed in all pink and they're getting their the girlfriends together.
Yeah, no, Ted
moms,
Sarandos,
grandmothers.
Ted Sarandos is completely out of touch with this.
Ted isn't dummy. He's the biggest dummy ever. No,
Yeah.
brother. I saw people dressed up as
and Oppenheimer wouldn't have the impact.
If Barbie and Oppenheimer were Netflix movies, they would have zero impact. They would
not
have
zero, not zero, but it's not the same. Like Oppenheimer IMAX when the sound was loud.
Oh my god, it was beautiful. The sound was beautiful in Oppenheimer and Barbie as well. Like, no, Ted, you a dummy. Those movies would have probably would have done good numbers, but would not be an impact whatsoever. No.
This is really out of touch. There's no reason to believe that the movie itself is better in any size of screen for all people. My son's an editor. He watched Lawrence of Arabia on his phone.
Well,
oh my god!
Then your son is a dummy. Then your son is an idiot.
Isaac, do you have anything to comment on this? Do you think Barbie and Oppenheimer would do good just on Netflix? That would be as big a phenomenon?
No, I don't think they would.
Yeah. Christopher Nolan was initially reluctant to make The Dark Knight Rises. There are no good third sequels. Basically, Rocky 3, maybe. They're very difficult. So my instinct was to change the genres. The first one's an origin story. The second one is a crime drama, very much late. And the third one, we need to go to blow up bigger because you can't scale down. The audience doesn't give you a choice, but nor can you go back to what you did before. So you got to shift genres. We went historical epic, the disaster film, The Towering Inferno meets Dr. Zhivago.
I mean, you made a shit movie.
That was what you really thought,
bro. I love you, and you maintain it.
RJ Isaac, do you like The Dark Knight Rises?
I think The Dark Knight Rises is criminally underrated and underappreciated. It's a much better movie than people give it credit for.
I can't even watch it.
I can't watch it.
It's a much better movie than people give it credit for.
I'll tell you this: the ending of the movie is good, but other than that, because we know the.
All right, Anthony. Isaac, do you like Dark Knight Rises?
I do. I do like it.
Good.
Oh man, I just can't. The only good thing is the ending. That's it. With Batman and Alfred and Selena.
Daisy Ridley says Star Wars gives her ulcers. Says the anxiety of joining Star Wars caused her to get ulcers. I've never traveled that much or done press check-ins. My body deals with stress in a very physical way. And me going, what's going on? Worrying about that. Oh, shirt. Should it be me? Or am I good enough? And I only felt this by the third film.
Damn, I mean, I couldn't imagine her. I mean, she was very young when she made those 3 movies.
The sequel trilogy gives me lots of things too, Daisy. I understand. Ulcers.
I really understand.
Regrets. Gives George regrets.
Sometimes.
Okay, let's see. Jonathan Nolan is... actually, Isaac, what do you think about the sequel trilogy? Because I do say this. Like, I'm not against the Rey in the sequel trilogy. RJ seems to think that Rey's not a very popular character. And then we had, like, Joe on before. He's like... So I talked to a lot of young people, including my family. They don't really care much about the sequel trilogy.
They just don't. Yeah.
But, I mean, everyone's different. Isaac, did you enjoy the sequel trilogy 7, 8, and 9 Star Wars with Rey and Kylo?
Okay, the sequel trilogy. I mean, I liked The Force Awakens. I thought that one was the best.
Yeah, everyone's on board with that one. Yes.
The Last Jedi. At first I didn't really like it, but now I don't mind it. The Rise of Skywalker is mad. It's just mad to me.
There you go. See? All I do, people get mad at me. All I do is ask young people. Younger than me. Like you're probably half my age, Isaac. So RJ, my cousin who's 16, my nieces, they're just not into it. And not Vince, I'm not dogging on if you very great, you like it. There are some young people like it, but in general, it's not the phenomenon. Like if you went back to the late 70s and 80s and you say, do you like Luke Skywalker and the Star Wars trilogy, or by the time they made Return of the Jedi, what do you think the response you'd get from people?
it is different. It is
very different. Yeah, 100%.
So, but thanks for your honest opinion, Isaac.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, so Jonathan Nolan is shocked that Interstellar remains one of the highest-grossing original films of the last 10 years.
I am shocked as well.
I don't like
movie. It's a good movie. It's an amazing movie.
I'm not going to read all of that, Isaac, or Jacob, but thank you for adding that. Yeah, Interstellar is one of my least favorite.
I disagree, bro.
Ted Sarandos again. AI is going to take your job. The person who uses AI might take your job. Writers will use AI as a tool to do their jobs better and do things more efficiently and more effectively. So he's
the dummy. He's a dummy. He's a dummy.
Well, no, I mean that's one of the smarter things he said. But there'll be less jobs.
There'll be less job, less everything. Nobody will be even working. It will be just you and your robot at home chilling.
Ryan, I think you're being a little hyperbolic there. I don't think that there were some people that didn't like the Ewoks, but not on the level of like Jar Jar. Did they treat the Ewoks like Jar Jar back in the day? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think there were some people that were annoyed by them, but not on that level.
I guess.
Yeah. Return of the Jedi was a letdown for some that loved Empire so much. It was not, but I still liked it. I don't know. Does anyone think that the Ewoks were complained about back in the day? I know they were to some extent, but I don't know. No, I think the Ewoks are believable.
Well, it was supposed to be Wookiees, but they just couldn't. The budget was going to be too big to do a bunch of suits like that.
Yeah, the Ewoks movies were bad. The Ewoks movies are bad. Although I do want to get them on VHS because they're rare.
They're not rare.
Yeah, they are.
Go on eBay. I'll check. They're not rare.
Okay. James Gunn on why he doesn't always debunk or confirm breaking news. Some info is sensitive. Deals may not work out. He doesn't always see the news. Sometimes he just doesn't want to. Often it's wrong or it's not worth dealing with.
Damn.
I mean, yeah.
But this one, this is the one I particularly have an issue with, James Gunn. Stop saying it's false when it's deals may not work out, because sometimes things are talking about.
You might have to though, because you don't want a deal to get out there, which could impact if it gets closed or not.
But don't say it's not true. Just say
the Green Lantern one was leaked last year. It was leaked last year, the Green Lantern one, and then they just got confirmed this year.
Mm-hmm. But he has the habit of saying things are false.
Yeah, that's true.
And we made it to the end of the mailbag. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Isaac, RJ, and Anthony.
We did it.
And we'll show the clip Vince had ready. And then if RJ, Anthony, or Isaac has any end topics you want to talk about, we'll,
we're going to finish the Grace video.
I have the energy to do it now. I do want to, but I just don't have the energy now because it's already. I got some stuff to do to get ready. I don't want to be late. If I'm late, my wife loves watching the previews. I don't. Not now that I do movie talk so much. I can't. When I go to use my AMC A-list, I roll up to the theater like a VIP. Like I'm coming in late. I'm not sitting there through all the trailers I've talked about on movie talk already. I can't stand it.
I don't get there super late though.
Yeah, but she likes to watch them all. All right, so here we go.
There you go, RJ. You can have
is that verb
car?
Oh, that's awesome.
Is that a mini? Wait, is that a mini fridge?
That's a Fast and Furious car.
Wait, is that a mini fridge behind you? Is that a mini fridge?
No, it's precious. I bought that for a reason. I don't want to get up and get to the kitchen.
Are you watching yourself in the background?
No.
Okay, that's funny.
Good job, man. Someone clip that. Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Vince.
That's nice.
Yo, that's funny.
All right, who wants to take us out? RJ, Anthony.
Good night, Jungle.
Yeah, do you want Anthony to do it again?
Good night and good luck, everybody. Have a great Memorial Weekend.
What happened?